All right, y'all. It's Saturday, and here we are. Don't mind the way I look. My hair's in a ponytail. I have no earrings on, no nothing on. I'm in a swimsuit and a tank top, and that's what you get today. But I figured since somebody wanted some attention today, and when I was trying to actually answer some of her questions, she kept getting distracted and just spinning her wheels. So I figured I'd just do it over here.
Who's a bad girl now? Who's a bad girl now? Who's a bad girl now? I'm such a bad, bad girl.
You guys, today just gives me joy. When people miss the point so blatantly, it just gives me entertainment, and I can't help it. It's just how I am. It's just the way I'm built. It's just what it is. Hey, Dark Horse. Hey, Miss Leah. Penny, for your thoughts. Good question. Hey, Bo. Hey, Fit Kirby. Hey, Jima. Hey, Natalie. Arctic Fox. You've been pumping out some amazing content. Thank you for constantly being on the side of the victims and the missing and the tragedies. You do such an incredible job. Hey, Freeside. Hey, Remy. You big bully, you. Hey, Becca. Hey, Janice. Y'all. Hey, Claus. Hey, Shay. Begging for attention. We'll give it to her, though. I'm not opposed to giving to somebody attention when they're begging for it. Hey, Rockabit. I was laughing. And by the way, I wasn't in your bushes lurking. I got a text message saying that you had questions for me. So I pulled my ass up to answer your questions, and that didn't really happen. So we'll just talk about it. Maybe I can answer them on my own since you just kind of seem to be frazzled and all over the place. Ooh, a house to yourself. Hey, Ryan. Hey, Grandma Sherry. Hey, Revival. Okay, y'all. If there are trolls come in, hey, Teresa. Oh, yeah. There was a lot said. Hey, Kathy. Catherine, Tattooed Birdie, Peppermint Tea, Claire. Sheila, Still in Leather, KNS, Sober Pug. All right, y'all. Rainbow Mom. Let me make sure. Tracy, Andy, Shaggy. Okay. Mods in the chat. If you guys are here, of course, you guys know how everything goes. But if her trolls come in and say stuff, let them. If they have questions to ask, I don't really care. But the transphobia comments that were being allowed in her chat, the comments about my sex life, stuff like that, if that's the type of comments, you guys know what to do. Like, I'm not 12. I am 41. They seem to have a hard time with my age, too. So funny to me. But you guys know what to do. But I can just see, like, the type of people she associates with. One of them said, Spring Tea said, I got a screenshot of it. Hold on. Let me verbatim what was said. Which one is it? I think nonsense used to be a man, in my opinion. Spring Tea. Very bottom right there with the blue. Keep your transphobia over there, because no, I didn't used to be a man. But even if I was, that's a you problem, not a me thing. We don't trans bash. We're not the same. I don't associate with people who think that that's cool. So let's go ahead and just get into this. Let's look at what we're going to talk about. Miss Brittany J was seeking some attention. So it doesn't seem like the battery on the van was probably the shit day that she started yesterday. It seems like there was much more to it that was going on. So it seems like she somehow got all twisted up. And there's a few things. If you're going to put my name in your mouth, first of all, it's Becky. You have a problem with my name. This is just so funny. It's unbelievable. You're going to learn something quick about me. Your personal BS is not my concern. I don't give two shits about your personal BS and the he said, she said bullshit of all your relationships that have obviously fallen out for some reason. I don't care. I care about what you're actively doing in active missing children's cases. That's the difference. So we're going to start it. The beginning of this is an almost 3-hour stream. There ain't no fucking way I'm sitting through this today, tomorrow, or any other day. Just not going to happen. She's not that important to me. And by the way, please understand, I don't have enough care for you to hate you. You actually have to have meant something to me at some point in time in my life for me to care that much. I just don't. I am an asshole by nature. Nobody argues that. I say what I have to say because people like you who think it's your job to exploit victims and push off misinformation will always be problematic for me. I have chapstick on too, you guys, just so you know, because I got a little much sun already. So let's go ahead and get into it and see what we have to say. And Miss Sarah over here is, Lord help us all. The two-brain twit needs some brain cells. And I'm probably going to be petty today because, why the fuck not? She's accusing me of shit that I don't do, that I've never done. So I'll make an exception to the rule. Buckle the fuck up.
Oh, shit. You're muted, Brett.
We're going to start at the 103-minute mark. This was whole, poor me. Everybody dislikes me, but I'm not the problem. Everybody else was. So we're starting at an hour in. You didn't really miss much. It's the same old bullshit. You see how that works out for her, though? $100 super chats, typical shit. Again, I could care less. Do it with integrity. Do it with ethical boundaries. Be factual. Wouldn't have a problem. But it doesn't seem that can be something you do. So let's just see.
Hang on. Sorry about that. She took her chat replay down. She disabled her.
She's not talking about me. She's talking about Granny's watching, just so we're clear.
Chat replay. Oh, come on. Stand on what you believe on. And I got news for you, girlfriend. Every bit of it is documented. We got every bit of it.
And everyone can.
And we're speeding her up because it is insufferable.
Delete what they want. It's already been
snapped. Look at that.
So.
I just wanted to get the afternoon.
The irony of her bitching about somebody taking their chat down, but meanwhile, when people review her, she actually throws a fit and takes her entire streams down. I mean, I don't know if the irony. Did that just stop? Did you guys just... Oh, tell my buddy I said hello. Helen, tell her I said hello. All right, let's go.
Yeah, give me just about 10 more minutes and we can talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine you want to wait till after she comes, but...
And yes, I know that this is what she wanted. I'm just giving her what she wanted, okay? She was asking for it. She actually dropped the link, but then when people were attempting to join, she was like, yeah, we're fucking it. And I was like, yeah, that ain't gonna work.
Okay, we can do that. So I'm not going to play her stuff, but that's okay. Y'all get my point, right? It's amazing. You love going live about me. Why can't you stand by what your chat said? Show it. She took it all down. All right, give me just a minute. I got lots of
talking about Granny's watching
screenshots. We can go through those gladly. Come on, girl. You've been after me. Come on, Jessica Lynn. You've been after me for how long now? Months. I've helped prove where I've spoke on you in any chat, anywhere. I've said nothing about you. Nothing. And you can viciously keep going. Boy, that judge, I wonder what that judge would say if he knew. Like, you're getting ROs on people while you're viciously online just dragging the crap out of them.
One thing I need to talk about with this RO, I'm going to let her finish for a second, but I'm going to come back to that. So
another person over and over and over and over, inciting every amount of hate. You've titled me. There's a way to zoom in to that stream, Granny. There's a way to zoom into that stream that you got of mine, where I'm sitting there, and you claim I kicked my cat.
All right, she's going to go on to that. So we'll wait. So first and foremost, I want to talk about this RO because it seems to be problematic for people on the internet that Granny got an RO on somebody. And I don't really even know the situation. I know enough to know that here's my thing. They were in some sort of relationship. It turned very ugly. The threats that were made are not just internet threats. They're not just safety concerns around the internet. It was a little bit more than that. Unsupervised Maniacs has done videos on this person, so on and so forth. But I can't even imagine if you were in those shoes, the victimhood that you would be crying. I can't even imagine how you would have handled this situation if the shoes were reversed. And it's funny to me that you sit here and can claim that you guys were once friends, and meanwhile, you knew what she had gone through and you support somebody behaving like this. That's a you thing, not anything other than that. But I just wanted to point that out. They have nothing to do. Your dislike of her has nothing to do with safety concerns in a relationship that she was in. Her getting an RO shouldn't even be anything that you're focused on, but it seems that that's just kind of the low blows you're going to take. So again, stupidity. But you're just kind of one of those, I don't got nothing to say, so I'm just going to throw it all out.
I didn't kick my cat. Mallory, if I kicked my cat, were you cool with it? You were on stream with me that day, Mallory. You know I didn't kick my cat. You know for dang well I didn't kick my cat.
Right. Hey, Britt, let me say something real quick.
Okay.
Melanie Charlton said if she took it down, she knew it was wrong. And let me add to that. I made a video about Contella because she's being a hypocrite and lying to people, saying she didn't do something she did, and I had proof that she did. So what she's talking about everyone else doing, she used to do, y'all. And so I made a video proving it, showing it. And someone commented on there threatening that if I don't take it down, they're going to come after Britt even more. Do you
Who threatened you? And first of all, my name is Becky. I go by Contessa, not Contella, you dumb twit. And nobody threatened you. And if they did, show the fucking proof of it, because it wouldn't be somebody I associated with. Seems pretty ironic that you got threatened, that if you didn't take down your video, you mean it was full of misinformation and the way you twisted shit? Everybody knows that I don't like Dre, that I had problems with her behavior. Every fucking post I've made is on Facebook. But no matter what my personal feelings are, and that's the problem here, no matter what my personal feelings towards her are, she didn't harm her husband. The biologic family members of Marvon exploited his tragedy.
think I took that shit down? Nope. You know why? Because it's true. Why would I take it down?
Exactly.
They're going to come for her anyways. You ain't going to bully me into taking down the truth.
Bully you. You're a grown-ass fucking adults. Stop with the bully. I'm being bullied.
That shows who's who and what's what.
That's
not
exactly
happening.
Right. Exactly.
And I just want to make that very clear. If they're taking down videos, it's because they did something wrong. And ain't no one going to get me to take down mine. That shows who she really is. And I'm not done yet either. That's just the tip of the iceberg.
Tip of the iceberg. Tip of the iceberg. Do you think I'm scared of you? No. You should probably buddy up a little closer with your friend, Miss Veda Jade, and find out the reality of how it worked out for her exposing me 18 times. You might want to check your sources first, but we'll get into that further anyways.
Yep. Give me just a second.
Tell me to take something down and put more up.
Yep.
Yeah, they tried to bully me into taking this video down because it shows who she really is. Oh, they're going to come for Britt even more if you don't.
I've never even watched your fucking video. Didn't care because I know it's misinformation. You stated the misinformation in my chat. We allowed you to. We knew you were full of shit, so why am I going to spend or entertain? I could care less about you making videos. Thank you. It's promotion because people can come look for themselves and follow step by step the entire thing that happened as it unfolded, because every one of my videos is up. Unlike you, I stand on what I stand on. Every one of my Facebook posts is up. Unlike you, who tried to tell people that I was banned from Facebook. Meanwhile, not banned, not even remotely banned, but okay.
Take this down. Really, they're going to come for her anyways.
Yeah,
So why would I take it down? Why would I take it down? They want me to take that down so bad.
Don't.
Really?
Don't.
No, hell no. Because it shows.
Who wants you to take it down? Who is begging you to take that video down?
Who she really is.
Why are you using Brittany's panel to promote your petty little fucking stupid video?
She's a liar. She's a hypocrite, and she did used to do the same thing. She's disgusted with everybody that's doing that they're doing. So
big difference.
I don't think
Yep.
so. Not happening.
Give me just a second, y'all.
God, this one.
Trying to find it. That's so rich. That is so rich. She took her stuff, her live chat replay down. Why don't you stand on who you are, Granny? Stand on it. Stand behind what you incite. Stand behind all of that hate that you incite. I mean, for God's sakes. Hold on a second. And then they sit there and the lies, man, the lies. You all said that I asked my subscribers for televisions because my son broke 2 TVs while I was on the live. Never once did I say, hey guys, can you help me get a TV? Never once did I say that. Never. And y'all know me. If I want something or need it, I'm going to ask. You also said that I have roaches in my fucking house. To continue with that narrative, would your dog whistle? Putting my kids at risk. I'm getting tired.
How is that putting your kids at risk? I'm really confused by this because she uses that term a lot. How is that putting your kids at risk? Talking about, I guess.
Tired of it. I'm getting real tired of it. Let me pull up these screenshots real quick of these. Man, I'm telling you, if I went through every screenshot that I had of these chats, y'all, we'd be here all day long.
Right.
It's insane.
It would take a week or longer.
Yeah, I was told to document, and that is what I have done. And oh my God.
You were told to document by who? Your attorney on retainer too?
I want to point out too, with the likes of people like Shay Benet and Mallory, both of them, I have had conversations with them privately since they've left. And Mallory told me in the last conversation we had that she just wanted me to know she was in a good place. She had nothing against me, that she was doing really good and she was happy. I told her I was sorry for the loss of her grandfather. She told me that give me just a second.
We're sped up to 1.252, just so we're clear. I might.
Wow. So here's Jennifer Hineyhole, who just came in. Give me a second. This is the kind of stuff they say about me. Haha, you are correct, Granny's watching. I was allowed for 1.5 years. I was getting Jim Jones. So by you being in my chat, you being a mod for me, Jennifer Hineyhole, you were getting Jim Jones. What are you saying, that I'm a cult leader now?
That's definitely probably not what she was saying, because I don't think you're smart enough to run a cult. Just being truthful. You have to have some brain and some charismatic personality, and those are things you lack.
The last time, oh my God, hold on, let me pull up this stuff. I'm sorry, you guys. I want y'all to be able to see actual receipts. And it's crazy too, because these. By
the way, hello everybody coming in. Please, all I ask, do not talk about her children. She fails to understand the bigger picture here, and I'm going to point some of it out, but we don't need to do that. She's a problem enough on her own.
People will say, Brittany's this horrible person. Brittany's got more victims than Jeffrey Dahmer. But when you really get down to the meat of things.
Thank you, Rowena, for becoming a member. Oh, hey, Brittany. I'm exploiting you. I just got a membership. Fucking stupidest shit I've ever seen.
A lot of these people just left. that like I didn't even do anything to many of these people. Like in the grand scheme of things, yeah, I had mods who left, but you got to remember, with each person, there's a story. You can't just say it's all me. That's
You know what it
ridiculous.
is, Brett? This group of people are going around doing this to all true crime channels, saying that they are tragedy pimps.
So, first of all, this group of people, let's be very clear for 1 second, Sarah, because you have a very big comprehension issue. Very major. Becky, nonsense here. I work alone. The people you're lumping me into, I've never, 9 times out of 10, I've never even had a conversation with them outside of a chat. I don't play the whole little kid click games, do all the clicky stuff. I wander around from chat to chat. I support who I support. Thank you, B Fergs, for the gifted memberships. Welcome to the island. Thank you, B Fergs. I don't play like that. Never have, never will. So while you continue to lump me in with all these people you have personal issues with, I don't belong there. I will continue to focus on your problematic behavior today. I don't give a fuck about any of the rest of it. So let's be very, very clear. I'm not the one you want to play with on this personal level because I'm not going to take it there. I'm going to entertain you a little bit today on why it won't go there. But let's be very clear. I don't have no group that is running around doing shit. I pick out people that I find are problematic with their misinformation on the active children's cases, active tragedies, people exploiting tragedies and claiming it's their fucking job. That's a me thing. This is me. All me. I speak for me. I don't need a group to do it. I don't hide behind a group. I don't need a panel to talk about my shit. I do it all fully on my own with a hand puppet and a fucking helmet. Okay? Should I bring this out because Sarah's here? And this is what Sarah sounds like to me? I mean, that's it. It ain't that serious.
That they make money off of cases while streaming your lives, making money off of that, talking shit with missing children in the background on their screen. It's I mean, make it make sense.
Yeah. The background of the screen is usually the streams I'm reviewing, and that would be the bullshit that you guys are putting off in active cases. That's not a me thing, that's a you thing. When you're using a child's and putting off misinformation, that again, that's a you thing. If you don't like me replaying your words, then switch up your words. That's all there is to it. Penny, for your thoughts. Thank you for becoming a member. Welcome to the cabana.
Dragging me with
it's them. They're grifters.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones grifting. They're grifting on y'all.
Yep.
They are grifting all y'all's channels.
No, this isn't called a grift. This is, if you want to call it something, you can say 100%. I'm exploiting Brittany. I'm exploiting her dumbass. I'm exploiting the lack of common sense that she has. I'm exploiting her lack of integrity. You can say that. Grifting, that's not what this is.
That's exactly, whether it's gaining views, clicks, whether it's gaining followers because people love drama.
Okay, hold on a minute. She made a post. All right, heifer. And I want to be clear, CJ, when I say heifer in the South, we're not calling somebody fat. It's a freaking term. We're not really saying somebody's fat when we say heifer. Granny made a post. Hey, BJ, play these two and the one I show later. Or,
by the way, calling somebody a heifer is calling somebody a cow. Stop trying to play little kid games of trying not to say what you have to say. Say it with your whole chest. Stand there. Be a petty little bitch, just like the rest of us can be, and stop trying to play these stupid games. You meant what you said by calling her a heifer. Okay, big fucking deal. Own your words.
Come back. Don't forget to show what all you've done all summer. I'm not ashamed of anything I've done because guess what? You lied. You lied. You can't stand on lies, honey. All you do is lie. All you do is lie. You said I've doxed your kids, that I've doxed your family. You said that what else did she say I did? One thing that you can, let me tell you something. I'm going to challenge every one of y'all. One of the recurring themes with this chick, right? She says a lot and produces 0 receipts. Show the proof, Granny. Show the proof. There is none. What? I was in some chats and I said some stuff about you this summer.
Thank you.
Honey, I ain't done. Hey, I can tell you right now, I stand on everything I've done. And unless you fabricate and make up some kind of bullcrap, you ain't got nothing on me. What? I talk crap about you? Who hasn't? So what? The past 2 months, I've stood silent and you just won't stop. Everything I just showed y'all, there's more. This chick has been going for me for months. unfucking solicited,
Kara said,
unprovoked.
yeah. Kara said, now I get why Granny's watching's name is that. Just that. She's a stalker. Exactly.
So here, boo, like
Y'all.
they incite the hate. Her and her husband needs to get out and get a real job.
Let's talk about inciting hate. You just admitted that you were talking shit. Claus, thank you so much for the gifted memberships. Welcome to the cabana. We're exploiting the exploiters today. Choo choo. Do I sound like Tyler Feller yet? Sorry, guys. I can't take this seriously. Inciting hate, pointing out your bad behavior is inciting hate. You would think you would take some accountability. Yeah, my behavior kind of sucks. Yeah, I kind of do that. Maybe that's bringing me some hate. Instead of, it seems like it's all a deflection. Everything is about everybody else but you. We all make mistakes. Every single human does. Everybody does. We all have to take accountability and own our shit from time to time. But it doesn't seem like it's just this constant spin. You talk shit, but then when they respond, it's inciting hate. Huh? Isn't you talking shit? Wouldn't that be the same in your logic of inciting hate? Because you're talking shit, same as she is.
It's not the sub's responsibility to fix and support everything for them. Here these people are believing the stuff they're told. Here you got Britt.
You guys are gonna piss her the fuck off. Thank you though. KNS, thank you for the gift of memberships. Welcome to the admin.
Granny, she can't see the drive-through. They're talking about I go to fast food all the time and I'm blind and I can't see. Let me
Because you
see.
need a new pair of glasses, and you said you couldn't see the drive-through menu, so they're gonna have fun with that one. Isn't that just freaking classy?
And then Heather Licious, the mod that just left, Craig sure as hell won't drive. Heather, I've never spoke to you about my family ever. I've never spoken to you about my private life for you to say anything about Craig. You don't know him. Heather, why don't you go tell Brian Kane what you did, Heather? While Brian Kane, another one that y'all are inciting all these drama lives, going around telling people that his wife she works for the IRS and that I'm going to live in a tent when they get done with me.
I have no idea who that even is. Truthfully, like, I won't comment on shit I don't know. I don't fucking have a clue who some of these people are. No clue.
Oh,
that's what Brian Kane, he's doxing me, going around telling everybody that I'm going
no
to
way.
Yep.
How are you being doxed? You scroll your fucking full name across the bottom of your banner. Huh?
Brian Kane is now?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
So here,
see what they're doing? They're turning her followers against her and taking them for their own financial gain.
Yep.
Sarah has been using all my words lately. She's learning how to actually articulate things, but she just twists them and can't put them in the right spots. But good job, Sarah. You're trying. A for effort. You're still probably getting a failing grade, though.
So these are screenshots from Granny's lives. Here, she's got my picture up on the screen, and it says, this is the definition of a tragedy pimp. Okay, with my picture, another unflattering picture, and a person.
Oh my God, it's not our fault. Your fucking face is unflattering, okay? Shut the fuck up. That's your photo, not ours. You even gave me credit because I don't do that to you. I don't want to scare my fucking subs, bitch, okay?
Person in her chat says, whoa, whoa, whoa. That icon is not the same person as that one on screen, is it? That's a drastic change in appearance. Once again, they're mocking what I look like.
No, it is a drastic change. That's factual, and you should admit that.
Making fun of me. What kind of mean girl gets on their panel, puts an awful picture of another person as big as you can get it on your screen, and sits there and lets the chat just take awful digs at me? Let's see. They said, I'm legally blind, but a doctor hasn't told me. Then you're not legally blind. That was funny. So then they're like mocking me because I, like, once again, holding to my every word. But I said when I go, they're going to say I'm legally blind probably because I am pretty freaking, I can't see. Like, so what? You're going to mock me for that too? Who's that obsessed? Drive-through isn't cheap. 50 to, like, now they're dictating me going through the drive-through. Since when is anybody's personal life anybody's business?
Because obviously you make it people's personal business. If they know this much about you and what you're doing, there's a reason for it. Because at some point in time, you used it for content. That's why they're able to throw it back in your face, obviously.
Here's a person, here they go talking about my kids. You see at the top of it, she's got my pictures on there again. Look at that. Let me
Oh,
show you.
Lord.
Let's zoom in. Do you see that? She's showing my cartoon image and comparing it to a really, really bad picture of me. Do y'all see that?
So her avatar, she's saying that her avatar is a cartoon image. I'm sorry, my bad. I originally thought that that was her. So I did have a reaction to seeing the real her. And it's about to come up.
Tell me how cruel that is. Why would you do that? Why would you? I mean, seriously. Brian Kane is a person that was a part of my channel. He since has left and gone over to the dark side. And I've got screenshots where he's calling me by my first and last.
To the dark side. Welcome to the jungle. Jesus. Like, what? What is this? Did you like dream about this last night and like come up with like, I don't even know. He went over to the dark side. What the fuck? It's YouTube. It's all the same app. There's not like when you check in, you're checking in on one side or not. Like, grow the
last name.
Be nice.
He says Brittany blank is going to be in a tent when I get done. When my wife who works for the IRS gets done with it with me. And then I don't know what, like, I'm guessing Granny might have told people. I don't know what's going on. What y'all put in that man's head about the IRS, but I can surely tell you my taxes get done in late January, early February of every year. So, Brian, that was a pretty dumb move because using your wife's occupation as a weapon is not a good idea.
Again, I don't even know what the hell they're talking about, so I'm just sitting here buying time. I'm just sitting here.
But
just letting her talk.
Making a point.
What's that point? Because I think any point you try to make ends up like a squiggly line all over the place.
Ask yourself why people support this lady. Why is this okay? Out of all the people that you can think of.
I love the people in our comment section. People's kids are off limits. Don't do that. Meanwhile, they do that for 6 to 8 hours every night talking about missing children. Okay.
Think about it. The people who do anti-tragedy pimp videos and stuff, even they have their limit, right?
Anti-tragedy.
I mean, it really is rare to see somebody actually slag another person's appearance like this person has done to me. Like, aren't we grown-ups? Isn't this what we teach our kids not to do, Sarah?
Yeah, like, exactly. One of them even said that their kids don't act this like bullies and they don't talk around them. The stuff that they make their videos on, except for their one daughter. I was just like, what?
My daughter is 21 years old if you're referring to me. My daughter is a full-grown ass adult. If you're speaking of me, my teenagers, they're not anywhere around. I'm in a room by myself. They have no clue.
She calls it like she sees it. And I'm like, so that's okay? Like, I tell my kids to filter themselves. I'm sorry. Because my son calls it like he sees it too. He has no filter. It's part of his spectrum. But I'm working on that with him. I would never allow it.
So right there, pay attention. She just stated, Sarah did, that her son is on the spectrum. You'll understand why I'm pointing that out. Again, I don't care, but don't be saying things and then slipping in the R slur in a few moments. That I have a problem with. You talk about doing better and being better. Yeah, good one.
And it's nothing bad. It's just like he'll tell you straight up if you're breastfeeding, like stuff like that. But it's like we don't teach our kids to be like that. Even if they, and if they don't know any better, you teach them not to be that way. You know what I mean?
What are you teaching your kids? That it's okay that when people are going through their worst moments that you kick them and you kick them and you kick them? You kick people when they're down. That's what you guys are teaching them, because if they're a victim of a crime or a missing child, it's fair game, right? You can do anything and say anything to the parents, continue to exploit their families. You don't give a shit, right? Kick them while they're down. That's what you're teaching them. You should be so proud of yourself.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Thank you, Sassy. No, y'all, I'm telling you, when I get donations, when like telling me that I'm basically God's going to get me for having the umbrella.
Amy's so bothered. Amy over here in the chat that I spoke to yesterday and basically told her to shut the fuck up. Nonsense spreads nonsense. She just she was crybabying all over the place.
And stuff like that. Like, it's watching every little thing I do, everything. But this right here, what this is like I said, this is more than just a petty little YouTube battle. This is mean spirited. You know, what is your end goal?
Mean spirited. I never claimed to be fucking nice. Let's get that straight. I know she's talking about Granny, but I never claimed to be nice. Never once.
What are you trying to do? Like, you're the type of
Feel
person
good about themselves. They think they're
push-
popular now.
Yeah, and push somebody over the edge. Like,
Honey, we've been out of high school for a long time. If you think that there's a popularity contest on YouTube, you probably need to disconnect for a little bit. There is no such thing as a prom queen competition on fucking YouTube, okay? That's not how this works. You give your opinion, I give mine. You give your opinion, I give mine. Other people give theirs. It's not that deep. You put shit out here publicly, you expect for people to say something publicly about it, especially when it's about the victims in these horrific tragedies that you have no concern for whatsoever. It's amazing to me that you continually, Brittany specifically, tries to become the victim that overshadows the actual victims that she sits by and trashes for hours on end every night.
I honestly believe that.
They don't even think about that part, Britt. They really don't. And if they really don't care, as long as they feel good at the end of the day, that is what it's about.
Yeah.
So
Disgustingly, this shit makes them feel freaking good and they can sleep well at night.
And she keeps absolutely instigating my children, people bringing up my kids. And look at this one. Here's what her chat's saying now. So she must be talking about my kids in this live. Control your child then. Another person says, I can't order my McDonald's. I'm dying. Oh my God.
Again, please keep the comments about her kids out of my chat. I don't care. I don't care about that at all.
Another person said, watch your children for fuck's sakes. This music kills me every time.
She fails to understand what she's doing now. All of this stuff that she shows publicly, if say one of her children, God forbid, I hope it never happens, went missing, all of this would be weaponized against her the same exact way that she does to Katie and Chris, for example. But she fails to understand that.
Wish I could eat out every day, but I have to cook. That's what I'm saying. You can't self-diagnose being legally blind. Like, just sitting there just talking shit.
Grandma Sherry,
let's see.
Thank you for becoming a member.
Maybe she needs to invest in some regulation of emotions instead of just continually replacing the TVs. They're talking about my son. My son. They're talking about Neil breaking 2 TVs, right? Listen to that again. This is Granny's chat. This is the good Nunya, who has never met me a day in her life. She don't know me.
I can't with her. I cannot with her. She's worse.
Maybe she needs to invest in some regulation of emotions instead of just continually replacing the TVs. Well, let me just tell you something, Miss the good Nunya.
This comment got them going.
Somebody that you don't even freaking know. My son.
Who has went after victims' parents. Let me just add that in there.
Nunya. My son did break 2 TVs, but guess what? It shows really how much you know. Maybe instead of listening to a known liar, a habitual liar at that, those TVs were never replaced. I never bought 2 more TVs. And guess what I didn't do? I never asked my subscribers to buy them either.
I guarantee nobody gives a fuck about your TVs. Truthfully, I guarantee that's really not the problem here.
Contrary to the lies that are going on, we never replaced the TVs. They have 1 left. And I haven't asked.
Who cares? And you haven't had to ask your subs, do you want like a fucking gold star that you haven't begged for a TV? Like, what is this?
A soul for anything. So I'd appreciate the lie. And don't worry about my child and his emotions. Focus on your damn self. And then this person says, girl, there would not be any replacing. I'm sure she knows all the fast food restaurants menus anyway. So there you go again, taking digs. Oh, heck no. Only 1 TV? Oh, heck no. Only 1 TV? How's she surviving? But I know what they're talking about because I said in jest, y'all know I talk to the subscribers. I talk to y'all, regular, like we'll have regular conversations. And I said, oh God, they're down to 1 TV now. I'm going to have to get another one because do your kids play games? Yeah, I got 2 boys, little boys. If one's on the game, the other's not going to be able to watch their little show. So naturally, you know what I mean? But I wasn't asking for anything. I'm just showing you.
Then how do they know about
You, I want to show you guys the stuff that this is inciting, that these people are saying. This is all in Granny, by the way. She's the major one. The kids are constantly destroying shit. Can't blame the kids, blame the parenting. Do better and seek help for the babies if they need it. So now Jonesin is speaking on my kid. Once again, nothing that she knows about at all.
She's not speaking on your child, by the way. This is called speaking on you. The part you're failing to recognize. This is speaking on your behavior and your lack of understanding that you do this to victims going through their worst times every fucking night, and claim it's your job. They're not speaking on your kids. They're speaking on you, your parenting.
Telling me to seek help for my kids and that it's my bad parenting. That's why Neil broke 2 TVs.
Well, at least
no.
Johnson, how would you feel if somebody... How would you feel if somebody talked about your kids? And do you not know how cheap TVs are made now? Freaking throw something and hit your TV and see if it works after that.
How much common sense is that? Go throw something at your TV. By the way, that's the lamest excuse I've ever heard, because TVs are actually built very sturdy. No difference. Just because they're not in the huge fucking boxes anymore, it still takes pressure to break a TV. It's not like, oh God, this one. Every fucking excuse.
They're cheap. Don't worry about my son. It's fucking insane, you guys, because once again, it's slagging on my child who has.
Teresa, absolutely not. I am absolutely making some money exploiting her ass. 150%, just like CJ. I'm giving it 150.
Has meltdowns from autism. Get over it. And he is in therapy for his emotional responses. Not that it's any of your business.
But you just made it everybody's business again, and good for you. Okay.
I've never seen these. Dark Horse Justice. My family of 6 had 1 TV, but my kids were active in Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, extracurriculum, and good old playing outside. Well, good for you, Dark Horse. Aren't you the pivotal, all things
the bee's knees?
Yeah, the best mom in the world.
Everyone's so perfect. Parents. Fuck.
Bullshit. That's what you guys, this is the irony. How they fail, that they sit here night after night picking apart every single thing of a missing child's parent or their lifestyle or anything. Meanwhile, missing the big picture here. It's a constant whew, right over her head.
Trash on Brit. Like,
all right, here's Shay Benet. She ain't no victim. We're the victims of her abusive lies. So many lies, it's reached that point. Stop insulting our intelligence. Really, Shay? Really? Because you were just in my chat and me and Shay literally just had a decent conversation and was talking like a month ago. And then all of a sudden she's just back in the chats dragging me. What lies, Shay? I never lied on you. But I can show where you gave my address to Aaron to go real life on me when you were supposed to be my friend. I can show that.
Could you drop the link for Eddie?
No, because Jonesin's in chat and she wants it. I don't have nothing to say to you, Jonesin.
Oh no,
Don't you worry about my special needs kid. How about that, Jonesin? Well, you stand by what you said, Jonesin, over the fucking in your channel. Okay, I don't got nothing to say to you. Stand by what you said over the fuck on your channel. I've done nothing to you. Keep moving. I ain't done shit to you.
She's not bothered, friends. She's not bothered at all.
You don't even know me.
Let's get this clear. Very straight. I'm not speaking for Jonesin because she was talking to Jonesin, but she always does this like, you don't know me. I don't want to fucking know you. I wouldn't hang out with you in fucking real life. Let's get that straight. I don't want to fucking know you. Your behavior is so shitty. I would be fucking embarrassed to be friends with somebody like you. Truthfully.
There's no need for us to have a discussion. None. There's nothing that constitutes this level of bullshit. I've done nothing to these people. They just keep doing this.
Do we need to slow it down so she can get screenshots of my chat? Because obviously that she needs it for content. Payday's Monday, Britt. It's not that far off.
The avatar in the pic next to it, are they years apart, those photos? I'm so confused by that. No nonsense. It's a cartoon picture. Why are you speaking on me and my appearance anyway? I'm so confused.
Because it's a fucking jump scare, bitch. Okay, your cartoon avatar that everybody thinks is you was shocking when I realized that's not fucking you. It's called false advertising, okay? It was a jump scare. That's it. That's all.
Confused by you and nonsense. Let me ask you this.
Ask away.
How come you go live and drag people constantly?
Because I can. Because I can't stand what they do to victims and continually do to victims and the misinformation and the harm in these cases. And
only to then put a freaking how do I say this?
Get it out.
Self-unaliving
because we talk about mental health, because unlike Sarah likes to twist it and turn it around all the time, suicide ideation and suicidal thoughts and stuff, you know, like the constant harassment and berating of the parents going through their hardest times is really affecting people's mental health. When you pick apart every single word night on end over and over and over again, because the reality is a lot of people struggle with mental health. In fact, the story I came in here was because a Marine veteran attempted to take his life. Unfortunately, he did succumb to those injuries. But the internet decided to claim that his wife was responsible for that she actually did the act. And then when the police report came out and cleared her, the internet still hasn't stopped. So while you use it as content because it's your job, we talk about the reality of how many people are actually struggling. And that is a big thing. Okay. Anyways, carry on.
Hotline. How come you do that? How come you viciously bully people and then give them the hotline?
You don't want me to bully you. Trust and believe. You don't even want me to really respond to you. This is not called bullying. This is called commentating on your fucking shit ass behavior. That's it. I'm 41 years old. You are a grown ass fucking woman. If you can't take hearing your own words and somebody pointing out the bullshit that you spew out of your mouth, that's a you problem. It's not called bullying, but we're going to get into more of that.
In case they, you know, they've reached a dark point. That's pretty sick.
Yep. On her page on Facebook, she'll be posting the hotline.
I told y'all, there's nonsense in my chat. I told y'all.
Sarah, you got a little crush on me or something, girl? You seem to be all up in my business. I've always posted the suicide hotline number. We've always talked about mental health. Nothing new.
I speak up for myself one day and all. I knew it. Shockwaves. All hell breaks loose. Y'all been talking shit for 2 months.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm asking
there ain't nothing she can say that'll make what
I popped in her chat. Hold on, let me pull the chat back up. I popped in her chat. Somebody texted me and said, hey, Brittany's got questions for you. So I went over there. I have no problem.
Why you obsessed? Why you growing your channel on me? That's some weak shit. Come on.
As soon as I popped in there, though, listen to what she says. Did they block me finally? Or is it still in here? I said something like ask away was all I said. Oh, wait. Yeah, live chat. Okay. We're on the right one. Let's see.
Come on, Joneson. Come up. Because you over there aligning with a freaking person who lies.
Oh, I said, you really love to play the victim, don't you? And she called me a psycho.
All day long. Come on. Let's hear what you got to say, Joneson. Won't you come up too, nonsense? Come on. Let's talk to you. I want just another troll out of my chat. You got to go. Mods block them. I don't want any of Granny's minions. Yeah, you're growing your channel on me. Say she ain't serious.
Frenchie, that makes sense. That does make sense, but that's still a her problem, not a me problem. And she's not going to make this into a personal thing and lump me into shit that I don't do or don't say. And they're not going to try to paint this complete other narrative, Sarah, about who I am. But I can see what you're saying.
Sarah.
Absolutely.
Let's go show how nonsense grows her channel on me. Let's show, guys.
I hate to break your bubble and burst your bubble, but if I really wanted to try and put effort into growing my channel, I absolutely could. You just like Molly claimed that I grew my channel just because of her. Molly absolutely did promote my channel 100%, but it's never been dedicated to one person. So while Brittany over here is trying to flatter herself saying that I'm obsessed with her and growing her channel, I cover a lot bigger creators than you. a lot bigger creators than you and have all along. So while you are trying to take credit for growing my channel, you're just not that fucking important. Most of the time, people really like my T-Rev content way more than you. They like the Spanky content, even though he puts people to sleep. They prefer the bigger creators because you're just kind of annoying to most people. And that's factual. I'm not trying to say that to hurt your feelings, but people just aren't that into you. You're kind of annoying and you don't really bring much to the table. It's kind of like plucking fucking, I'm not even going to use that. That would have been a beta thing. But we'll keep going.
Come on. I'm going to show you exactly how nonsense grows her channel on me.
She doesn't do her own stuff anymore. It's all everyone else's. So come on. I mean,
I don't do my own stuff anymore. Meanwhile, I still do my own stuff. You guys have been so hot and heavy. I can't keep up on what you guys and the misinformation with this fashion case. I've always done my own thing. I talk about cults. I talk about all sorts of different things. As long as they have victims, that's okay. And while you sit here and complain, it's all about the numbers. I don't care. I genuinely am not. And I say that fully. Everybody always says, if you're not here, that's not why I'm here. People have been exploited time and time again. Yes, it's wonderful because that means the message is getting out further and further that this has to stop, that this needs to stop. Victims are re-victimized over and over and over again. So yes, the growth is amazing. I will absolutely take it, but I'm responsible for the growth of my channel, not you. Stop patting yourself on the back for things that you could never do.
Let's be real. And nonsense. Why do you put the self-unaliving hotline in your damn description of a bully live? Like, do you not see the irony in that?
No, there's no irony in that because I'm not bullying you. Pointing out your fucking words is not bullying you. If you're proud to stand on that, then you shouldn't have a problem me going through it and correcting your misinformation.
Not at all. How are you going to act like you care if somebody reaches a dark point when you're somebody who pushes people to that point?
Okay. Listen up, you dumb little fucking twit. You will never, ever, one time say that I've pushed somebody to that point. While you play around with saying shit like that, people's mental health is not a fucking game. If your mental health is that bad, that's something that you need to address, not a me thing. You will never, ever try to use that against me because I will fucking tell you. I will teach you what bullying is like, and you don't want that. Trust and believe. So I would do yourself a favor and walk yourself right the fuck back out of that. Because I came in to YouTube fighting for a man, dignity for a man who attempted to take his life, who many of you, your co-host on panel with you, obviously thinks it's okay that his own family exploited his tragedy and his mental health. We're not the same. We'll never be the same. Don't try to put us in the same arena because you don't want it, and you will never fucking be able to stand there.
This chick come out of nowhere. I've never even seen. I didn't even know who she was.
This is what she does for like fun, y'all.
Yeah, look at
this is her hobby.
Thank you. It is my hobby. Yep. Protecting victims has become a hobby of mine. Yep, absolutely. And we'll continue to stand in front of these families taking these hits by these no good pieces of shit who claim that they're bringing awareness while exploiting people and kicking them over and over again at their worst time when we have no factual evidence to provide that any of them did anything. None.
Yeah, let me show you.
Get a life. It's disgusting.
What is she?
Bullying is not okay.
Right? Nonsense. You and your full.
We should have had a counter on how many times they fucking say, oh, bullying. Thanks for the promotion, Britt.
40s. I mean, these are the same people coming after the true crime channels too, by the way. Like, y'all, I don't know how.
It's not even my channel, you idiot. She couldn't even find my channel. Oh, there went my comment section. Oh, there it goes back. Okay, hold on. I missed a few. Tommy's Clips, thanks for becoming a member. Chica, thank you for becoming a member. Kimber, thank you for becoming a member. Y'all are going crazy over here. Grandma Sherry, thank you so much for the super chat. J-Dub, thank you. Yeah, you've been here all along. A lot of these ladies have been here with me from jump. She can't even find my channel, though.
How you think you're on par to cover true crime better than anybody else? Like, who says your way fits the best when
I don't cover true crime? I absolutely will dabble in a few stories that hit home for me or things that aren't getting much awareness and talk about that. But true crime's not my genre. I talk about victims. I talk about victims of horrible corruption, tragedies, exploitation, whatever the case may be. You're not a victim, but you victimize victims. over and over again, re-victimize them at their darkest times.
Y'all are straight up a bunch of bullies. Look, Nonsense Channel ain't even coming up.
It's no.
Yes, Nonsense. You are bullying her.
You are
and
a bully,
others.
girl. You are a straight up
What
bully.
you're acting like you're not. You don't think you're a bully.
You don't think
They're just having a fit. They were talking about my age. I'm like, absolutely, I'm 41. And
you're a bully. Please
It's
come up
one
on
thing
panel.
to point things out, but it's another thing to call people names, make fun of them, and do all the extra shit.
Yeah, let's
Tell me
look
that's
right
not
here.
a bully.
Sarah, I don't owe you a damn thing. Okay? I can call you a name. If it hurts your feelings that bad, again, that's a you thing. I owe you nothing. No respect, just like you don't owe me shit. But lying on me is something that we're not going to do.
Let's go.
Allegedly, without a brain cell is added again. Tag allegedly Brittany J. Girl,
I mean, hell, that was fucking nice. I could have said a lot worse. I just said you don't have brain cells, okay? Fuck, I gave you a break. Take it.
I don't even know you. Nonsense.
I don't want to fucking know you, okay? We're not going to be BFFs and braid each other's fucking hair, okay?
Has reached 6,000
We're
subscribers.
never going to have friendship bracelets, all right, bitch? I don't like you. Okay, established.
Let's see what Nonsense's numbers were a month ago, y'all. Shall we? Come on, I'm about to show you how you
show how many views and likes are on the videos about you opposed to her other videos.
They're not just videos about her. So while she's over here flattering herself, there's a lot of other people mixed into those content. Okay. Yeah, people don't like her. They come for her getting dragged. I'm not going to deny that either.
Look at this. Look at that. Let's see. Look at this. Let's get up here. Let's go all
Those are my videos.
the way to her latest lives. Okay.
Wait a minute. Nonsense. Okay. Like, I don't cover true crime. You have before.
You don't cover true crime.
I barely talk about it. And I talk about it in a totally different way besides dissecting the fucking details of the case like you guys do. Totally different.
Wait, you lie about the whole Marvon McRae case. You are a liar. You know it. You went for his wife. You accused her.
I never accused her of shit. Did I like her? Absolutely not. Nope. 100%. Nope. Never lied about that.
I have the proof. I have receipts. I've shown them.
You have the proof and you have receipts. Sarah, you're going to get yourself in a whole world of shit, but not with me.
I've been bullied to take the video down. It's not.
You've been bullied to take the video down. I could care less. You're promoting me. Nothing more, because people with brain cells will come and do their own research and look and see every single video is up.
Happening because you did what you did. Don't.
I did what I did. You can't even say what I did. What did I do?
Fake it. Don't be
you
fake.
Know what?
Though.
I'm going to throw her a little bone. I'm going to throw you a little bit of bone Nonsense. I will say this, just a little bit.
I'm not your dog. You don't need to throw me a bone.
I will give you a little more respect than Granny's watching.
You don't owe me any respect because I have zero for you.
Because you have to filter for channel. I don't even know what you're saying, Johnson. But I will say this. You don't try to use fucked up pictures of me. I'll give you
Jesus, you guys. You guys are gonna get me in trouble. Katie K, thank you so much. Arctic Fox, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate what you do too. I really do. There's some good creators out here, and I'm glad that I'm finally finding some of them.
Be that. I appreciate you doing that much. Not that you give a shit, but I'll give you that much. You don't use fucked up pictures like Granny does. But
well, you're honest. I don't give a fuck. Truthful. Don't give a shit.
They're off limits.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Did she talk about my
kids?
kids?
Everybody. No, I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there, like for all these trolls.
Oh. We're all trolls. If we disagree, we're all trolls.
Okay.
No, so that's what Nonsense is. She's a self-proclaimed troll.
Here's Nonsense's channel.
Okay, let's establish this one more time because it's the best thing ever. So when I came on, I was anonymous with a voice changer and completely behind a screen. We had no clue. Nobody knew what the hell these spaces were like, anybody that I knew. We had no clue. I didn't know who Molly Golightly was. I didn't know who Katie Joy was, anything. So they were bound determined because they thought I was Katie Joy for over a year. It was nonstop. They thought I was Katie Joy. So I, being the asshole that I am, would take pictures of my feet and post them. I took pictures of my hand, my engagement ring, other things. So it was the ultimate troll because it sent them on a fucking hiatus looking and comparing my foot to other people's feet, my hands to other people's feet, my ring to other people's rings. They went ape shit. I would take the voice changer and I would dial it up to a 2, tell them exactly what program I was using, how I was doing it. I would leave my real voice in the videos and fucking fuck with their heads nonstop. So, yeah, maybe I trolled them a little bit. All right. It was fucking fun. And it was harmless. I wasn't doing anything under an alt. I was doing it all right out front, but I sent them on so many wild goose chases and they've still been chasing their tail.
No, here's one a month ago, 330 views, 171 views. Then she does JLR and Justin, she gets 1.6K. And then she does JLR.
I dabble in a little bit of everything. I talk about religion. I talk about cults. Who cares?
Bullhorn Betty, 1.6. She does social media, 700 views. Then this is when I first appeared. Okay. 1.7K. Exploitation at its finest. Exploitation station. New characters unlocked. So then.
Thank you for the views. Is that what you want? Is that what you want me to say? Thank you for creating a whole community of people that hate you. Like, do you want me to give you your fucking flowers that people can't stand you? Okay, cool. Thanks for the views, Brett.
Oh,
1K.
Is it a video game? Is this like play time for y'all?
Yeah.
At the playground. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure everybody's like, Brittany's talking about you. Why am I worried? Oh, my God. Why am I so worried about your views? Because I'm making a
No,
point,
it was just
honey.
something we noticed that we're going to point out because you're saying it's not true. It is true. You're making your views and you're gaining people and you're taking people away.
Off of Brittany. No, there's a lot more people over here that I talk about than Brittany. That's the point. And why do my views bother her? Who cares? It's her behavior that should bother her.
Under false pretenses. And because
under false pretenses. Playing her own words back and commentating is not false pretenses. Correcting the misinformation is not false pretenses.
You're bullying and ragging and dragging.
I'm bullying and ragging and dragging. Bitch, you couldn't fucking handle if I drug your fucking ass. Trust and believe. You would fucking disappear off the internet if I really decided to put my claws into you. But it's just not that important to me. You don't fucking matter. In the world of what I talk about, you're just another fucking misinformation crony who has no care or concern about what the victims actually go through. That's the reality.
Dragging people when your ass really needs to be dragged hard fucking for.
Yeah, this is you. This is what.
Do it, Sarah. Please give us the entertainment. Please drag me. You can call me a dick nose. You can say I look like Mrs. Doubtfire. Shit. Please do. Have a blast. I might even watch it.
What you do, stand on it. Look at this channel, y'all. Like, are you proud of this? And this chick.
Yes, 100% I am proud of my channel. Yep, because I built this bitch on my own. I didn't have to go panel hopping. I didn't have to go fucking do all these shady shit and things. I didn't have to grow my numbers by exploiting people at their worst time and kicking them over and over again. I didn't have to do that. Even though Sarah likes to try and twist the story of Marvana, his own biologic parents who didn't raise him were exploiting him. That's the truth of the story. And Molly Golightly, Spanky, LB, and other people were joining in on that over and over again.
Chick, okay? This chick who does nothing but drama.
And the only other people I will give credit for to help build this channel are my Islanders. That's it.
And why am I worried about your numbers? That's rich coming from you. Someone who's straight up obsessed over me for the last month.
Yeah.
That's rich. Let's see how many. Let's see how.
Girlie, the only thing I'm obsessed with is Diet Coke, hydration drinks, Camel Lights, and my family. That's it. Kyle, my family, my kids, my animals. That's the only thing I'm obsessed with. I'm too lazy to be obsessed with a fucking random petty ass YouTuber. And trust and believe, if I was going to be obsessed over a YouTuber, it wouldn't be a fucking jump scare cartoon sketch one.
How many lives nonsense is done?
You said
1,
30 minutes.
2. I know, baby. In just a minute. One.
This is what they
I could say something here. I could be petty. Brianna, thank you so much. Thank you. You guys are terrible. I could say something right here, but I'm not going to because I don't have to lower myself to you.
do. They're hypocrites. They play like, oh, I didn't do this, or what are you talking about? Why are you so interested in this? Why you were so interested in mine? So let me just be interested in yours too. Let's see what's going on here.
Yeah, like
Come on
why
now,
are
don't
you
play
worried?
Some days.
I mean,
I'm
why
going
do
to
you
give
sit
you a
there?
little bit more credit that you have a little bit more
Stop
sense
saying
than
anyone's
this nonsense.
obsessed. Nonsense. Every day you're going live. If it's not every day, it's every other day. It's obsessed.
Please read the fucking room. So meanwhile, when I point out your bad behavior and it's only a couple hours when I put you into the lineup, you talk about the same fucking case and kick the family members over and over again for hours on end every fucking night. So while you're bitching and complaining and, oh, she's obsessed with me, it's not that. But you fail to understand what you're doing to actual victims. That's the problem here. You're failing to understand that you do this every fucking night. If it wasn't for you exploiting victims, you wouldn't even have a channel. Truthfully.
That's
She says,
obsessive.
girl, hell yes, I'm proud of it. See how
Girl, I
disgusting
don't
that
even
is
know
right there.
you. I don't even know you at all. So why do you even?
Why does she do that? I don't even know you. I don't even know you. Like, what the fuck? Who wants to know you? Sorry, not me.
Do this? I didn't even
The
know
good
you.
Nanya, you did. You attacked. Wait a minute. The good Nanya, you did. You attacked Marvon McRae's father and mother when their son had passed away. Don't get me started on you.
Oh, Sarah, you might want to sit the whole fuck down because when it comes to what you're about to lie about the family members, you're only going to make them look bad again. And in respect of Marvon, I have not talked about that except when you guys bring it up over and over again and try to rewrite the narrative, you know, kind of like Veda Jade did for fucking months on end. But we're going to get into that because you're going to bring her up.
There ain't nothing good about Nanya. All right.
I'm telling you, this is awful.
Ooh, I'm fired up right now because
Ooh, Sarah's fired up. Praise Jesus, hallelujah. Sarah's about to take us to church of misinformation and rewriting history.
I'm sick and tired and fed up of it. I've been watching this shit for 2 years. Not willingly, just been seeing this shit. So
not willingly, but I've been watching it like a hawk for 2 years.
I am not new to these people. Whether they know me or not, I don't give a fuck. But I
have no idea who the fuck you were up until just recently. Still don't want to know who you are, but here we are.
I've been seeing this disgusting shit for way too long. It is so disgusting. And there are receipts, so you can lie and play and pretend all y'all want because y'all are fake.
Receipts? What?
In the first place.
Look at this. Allegedly, okay, this is so ignorant. This is so ignorant.
This is so ignorant. This is my favorite shit right here. This, Brittany, you just gave me a whole, like, thank you. I'll give you this. Thank you. Because you point out the stupidest shit that none of us care about.
I don't even think I text like this in high school. Allegedly with all the ignorance once again. Allegedly with all the ignorance once again. I don't know like if anybody's told you or not, but it doesn't look cool when you use duh instead of
Why are you so bothered?
THE. Allegedly with all the ignorance once again. So you did that one. And then immediately the next day, well, the day after, the next time you went live.
My channel name is Nonsense on the Web.
So one other day, the tide is turning again. Allegedly without a brain cell is added again. Okay. Then the next day, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah,
I don't even know what that is. Maybe you should watch it. Maybe you should learn about actual victims and what they go through. Maybe that would be very enlightening for you because when you sit here talking about how we're obsessed and all we talk about is you and blah, 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 you know, poor Brittany, maybe you should actually listen to one of those live streams and hear what actual victims go through because of misinformation and how they're re-victimized by not only journalists and media, and then how the system re-victimizes them. Maybe you should learn something. Oh, wait. You say you bring awareness all the time. You wouldn't know what the slightest thing about awareness is.
Receipts or it didn't happen. I'll go look if the video is still there. If it's not, then you're dirty. Delete.
Listen up.
But right after, wait a minute, real quick, good Nanya, I have to address this shit. because when we found out on the down low that Marvon McCray had passed away because his wife didn't want to tell anybody, and his parents had to find out the hard way. Okay, everyone was called all kinds of stuff. You talked so much, so bad about his mom and dad, said they were lying once again when the first time that it was said he was passed away, and that wasn't true. Okay,
the first time it was used for a show. So let's talk this back, Sarah. So in November of 2022, it was actually the birthday weekend of Marvon, to be specific, when they were down in Georgia exploiting the Quentin Simon case. I'm specifically talking about Molly and Justin here. What happened was they decided for a whole show that they were going to announce that he passed away when that didn't happen. So some lady in Justin's chat makes a comment with a $2 super sticker, says that SNBC 13 said that Marvon had passed away. SNBC 13 is a tabloid. It's not a legit news source, anything. And they announced it live to every live stream that was going on in Georgia. Meanwhile, then they backtracked and said that Dre had posted something in her members only chat. That wasn't true. Molly had Patreons in there that were watching everything Dre did. They knew it was not factual. They needed it for a show. They carried on about it. They even put Letitia through all of that. She didn't know what was going on. They put the family members who were exploiting Marvon themselves in the middle of all that. Yeah, that happened. And then the second time around, they decided it was their duty and their right to call funeral homes, medical examiners, everything else. It was all for content and views.
That had nothing to do with his parents. Some troll or somebody had made a fake news post, and
Nope, that's not how that went. Not even remotely how that went. I still have all of it. It's still in the videos on my page. You can go watch exactly how it went down. You can watch who sent the $2 super chat that announced it, that Justin pinned it. Then he announced it to Molly. Molly announced it on Betty's Live. You can watch the entire thing. Every one of my videos is up. You can see it play out on your own.
Actually thought it was real. How is that their fault? Not their fault. That's the only way they're getting information on their son was through social media. So excuse them for
that. Again, was their own fault. Dre was communicating with them until they took it to social media and started all these games and playing these games. Letitia was absolutely being extremely dishonest about what was going on. And by the way, Marvon and Wynette, the biological father and stepmother, were allowed to go to Arizona and visit Marvon. The VA couldn't stop them. Letitia could have done the same thing, but instead she brought it to social media creators like Katie Joy, Molly Golightly, and Justin, and they started a whole shit ton of drama and ended up going after Dre. Yeah, there's a whole lot. That story is complicated, confusing, but Sarah, you should probably shut the fuck up because you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Almost believing that one, you know?
Lucky Bamboo, are you fucking kidding me?
I'm telling you, Jeanette, you liar. You be lying.
Are you kidding me? I want all the smoke. Oh my God. Lucky Bamboo, are you serious? Do you know how much shit has been being said about me? Like the good Nunya, I don't know you from Adam, and you like to speak on my special needs kid saying I need to get him some help. Freaking.
She didn't speak on your child. Again, she didn't speak on your child. She spoke on your parenting and the TV situation. She didn't even direct it in that fashion. But again, trying to play victimhood here.
And Joneson, I've never been nothing but nice to you. And let me tell you, y'all support somebody who's been dragging the father of a missing kid for over a week. The shit Granny's been talking about Seth, y'all, you lost them. Like if you had
he's really looking for his son and really has a rock solid alibi.
Yeah, like how are you gonna say anything?
He don't change his story. He don't be lying. Come on now. Boy, y'all do it just to look good. I tell you what.
Yeah, look, the very last live she did, she's like, let me just throw them all in there. She's got me, Brooke.
Yeah, because all of you are exploiting the shit out of this case. And
Coffin Doffer. My God.
Chat was telling me I needed to apologize. I'm like, apologize for fucking what?
God, honey, like Friday's feeding frenzy of misinformation. Yeah, because you know it all, right? Nonsense on the web. Nonsense on the web.
Yeah, she's trying to tell me that.
Does she think that's gonna bother me? I named my channel that. Do you think it's gonna bother me? Fuck is wrong with these people?
to do this because I'm gonna make them look bad again. How am I gonna make them look bad again?
Because we have to, once again, and if you continue to push these narratives, I will defend myself. I'm done with people like you lying for no reason. I'm not even fucking wanting to walk down that, because Marvon deserves dignity and peace. And people like you who still can't fucking conceptualize what actually happened in the story, the facts of the story, continue to use it as some sort of smear against all of us that actually stood there through the entire thing. Most of my chat can walk you through that story as well as I could.
Y'all already did that for them. And they are good people that were trying to find out about their son. Move on. Go to life.
What did I say about you? What did I say about you, Jonesin? What have I
Vic, thank you so much.
said about you? Oh, I dropped the link for you, honey. Oh, you've never been anything but nice to me. Excuse me? All because I was in Granny's chat not discussing you. You go to Queen Bee's and talk shit on me? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Only thing I said about you and Queen Bee's was that you started supporting Granny, and I supported you and I liked you, and I tagged you in the chat, and you just started ignoring me. I wasn't talking shit on you. I ain't talking shit on you.
Later now.
You made videos about me and deleted them. Like, come on, Jonesin. And Jonesin, even if I did say something, let's say I did and I forgot about it, because
let's say I did. She had to backtrack really fast because she's probably like, yeah, shit, I probably have talked shit about her, but
real with you. I don't remember saying anything bad about you other than you didn't you ignored me. But let's say that I said something.
So because you ignore her, she's talking.
Does that give you a right to slag on me about my kid? I ain't talking about your kids. And then I know what y'all gonna say. Oh, you talk about missing kids, so that gives us a right. That's bull. That's bull.
That's a narcissist.
Be kind. You got it. There's nobody making fun of the missing kids. Okay, see, this is where misinformation causes trouble. And this is my point right here. Look at this, Sarah. This is my major point. These people, they take this and they spin a narrative, and it's created this.
Oh, don't go off of that one, even though it wasn't even the way they say that.
They would never even talk about a single person. Sebastian's family, their ethnicity wasn't talked about first.
You might want to re-listen to that, because it was absolutely discussed if it was an indigenous last name and so on and so forth.
And foremost, but go ahead, Sarah.
No, I agree with you. It's something that somebody brought up what their last name means. Like, is it or is it this or is it that? And they're going to twist that until, I don't know, until when. I don't think they'll let that one go. It's all
we're talking about.
There's no twist that's needed. If you want to watch that, Tragedy Pimps Exposed did a good consolidated video on that, broke it all down, showed it all. It's very concise, to the point. Go watch it if you would like to see what was actually said, because she can't twist what actually happened.
Now, somebody said we were making fun of the name Proudfoot, and then somebody they made a comment because they said that they were Indian, and they made a comment about American Indians that I did a whole live apologizing and saying that was insensitive, and I should have shut it down. Everybody makes mistakes, but to sit there and say that we were like, don't twist it into something it wasn't.
Yeah, they're about to go make a video about this too. That's another.
Of course, I said it when I went live. I said, "Look, y'all, when this is over, this is the one time that I respond in over a month. Let's count the lives about me. One.
That's a lie, because you did a members only stream too, crying and pitching a fit.
Let's
see. I don't know.
I think so. Yeah, she
was she gonna show off? Yeah. I can count, y'all.
She talked about me in there. To be fair, I won't say if I'm not sure. 2. Wait a second. Damn it!
Hey, Kyle, the count for you.
That's why. Hold on a minute. This is why I need my mouse. All right, let's see. 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 live streams.
You're lucky you don't have 18 yet. Don't worry, I'll get you to that number soon. That's kind of my famous number. I'll get you to 18. Do you want me to make you an entire playlist of just the ones that you're in? I will absolutely do it. Call it the Brittany J saga. We can do that. It would make it easier for your counting abilities, I think.
In the last 2 weeks.
Then you can.
Okay. How many live streams have I done about nonsense?
Who gives a shit? that whole thing of you can only talk about them if they talk about you. No, you're explaining children. I'll talk about whatever the fuck I want to. Okay. And again, was this like supposed to berate me into being like, I'm never going to talk about poor Brittany again, because it did the absolute fucking opposite. Some of you guys need to understand what you do to yourselves.
That's serious. How many live streams have I ever done on this chick? I haven't.
The craziest thing is if someone on your panel says something and you apologize for it, it came out of your mouth, not the panel.
Exactly.
That is retarded. Like, come on.
Oh,
Y'all.
It's tired.
Wait. Let's rewind that again. Let's actually rewind that and slow it down in real time. Again, I don't stand for this, and normally I wouldn't replay this, but I'm trying to make a point here. So listen closely. Miss Sarah decides that it's appropriate after mentioning and talking about, you know, everybody poor them. They're talking about their parenting and their children and shit. Listen to the words she chooses to use.
10 live streams in the last 2 weeks. Okay.
Hey, lucky you.
How many live streams have I done about nonsense?
0. Yeah.
Dead ass serious. How many live streams have I ever done on this chick?
Here you go. Listen to Sarah.
I haven't.
The craziest thing is if someone on your panel says something and you apologize for it, it came out of your mouth, not the panel.
Exactly.
That is retarded. Like, come on.
Oh, wait. And what did I say in your chat? Half the time it's your panel that gets you in trouble because of shit like this. Because Sarah, meanwhile, claiming that she has a child with special needs, is over here using the R slur like there's no big deal behind it. Miss me with your fucking bullshit. You don't bring awareness to anything but what idiots you look like.
Y'all.
It's tiresome going through all of this garbage too. It's absolutely insane. But I'm telling you, listen, I mean what I said too. When you sit there and say the things you say, calling me a homophobe, transphobic, racist, saying that I abuse my animals, you're putting me at risk, and I am going to speak up about it. I am. Wait a minute, Sarah, did you just say that? They said you said the R word.
I did.
Oh, Sarah, no, girl, we can't be saying. I hate that word. I really hate that word.
It came out my mouth. I don't care. I'm not. I didn't mean it in that way. People use
my
it.
God, what are we bringing back people from the past? I ain't doing it with you today, dear terms of service. I am not. Sherry Cartwright, Dark Horse threatened to call CPS on me. I've got the whole email.
So what exact way did you mean that, Sarah? I'm just asking for me and everybody else, because there's only so many ways that it can be used. And you having a special needs child, and again, I'm talking about you, not your child, should know better than using words like that.
Oh, she actually sent it to nonsense too.
Look at right. Thank you, Yvette. You talk about these people once and look at
weaponizes it.
Mm-hmm.
Still go on.
Jones, and showed me where I got nasty. And no, getting nasty with Deets ain't got nothing to do with Granny. Half the time you aren't even the issue, BJ, but that was a great example of your panel. Just, okay, first of all, who do you think you are?
My name is Becky, bitch. You know that. That's who I think I am. And if you have a problem with me pointing out the exact things, the exact examples, like your panel guest here, lying, twisting facts, using the R slur, again, that's a you problem. Maybe you should learn how to do better.
What's up, Cash?
Nonsense that you have the right to go around policing everybody.
Bitch.
That's the problem with people like you.
I ain't ever been the po-po. Okay? I do not think I'm better than everybody. Never. Anybody in here can tell you that's been around knows that that's far from the truth. I am as broken, as fucked up as everybody else.
Yep.
But when it comes to victims and standing for what is done to victims and their families in their grave worst moments, You're damn right. You're going to see an ugly side of me, and I'm not apologetic for it. I am completely unapologetic about telling people like you off who exploit people going through their worst moments. I have no care or concern about your feelings about this because you don't have any care or concern about the victims, the tragedies that you exploit and call it a fucking job.
You're inflated with some type of entitlement to believe that you got it all together, right?
Girl, I ain't even inflated. My lips aren't inflated. My boobs aren't inflated. I mean, my boobs hang low. They wobble to and fro. I can tie them in a knot. I can tie them in a bow. My ass,
They do not.
my ego sometimes is inflated when Kyle's around. I mean, you don't want to talk about what else gets inflated. I mean, come on. Grow the fuck. This shit just drives me nuts.
Right. You got your whole act together nonsense. And you are entitled to just go around and tell everybody how things should be done.
Yep. Sure. 100% when it comes to victims, because nobody does their best. We could all do better. When it comes to victims and talking about tragedies and exploiting victims, we could all do better. So absolutely, if it makes people think that, hey, I could always do better, absolutely. I don't feel entitled to do it. I'm not no authority of anything. I'm just an asshole with a YouTube channel and a lot of opinions and a loud voice who will continue to stand on the side of victims and not re-exploiting them over and over and over again. That is a problem for me, and I am not going to apologize for it today, tomorrow, or any other day.
Because you know it all.
I am pretty smart, though. But I'm also a big-time smart ass. Or I've been called a dumbass, too. You could call me dumbass. I mean, that's a name that I'm used to, too.
I'm asking people, is she using my real name? Is she using my real name? Is she doxing me? And she's like, if you're doxing me, we don't know your real name, honey.
I don't exploit.
Who the fuck are they talking about? Because I was doxed by fucking Penelope Lane and Molly Golightly. I don't give a fuck. Kyle's business was gone at. It's going to take a lot bigger bitches than the two of you to make me even blink. I don't know who you're talking about doxing you and all this shit. I don't even fucking know, but that's not a worry of mine. When I got doxed, it was like a freedom party.
Victims, it's simple. Oh, honey, you exploit everybody else, though. Nonsense. If you truly believe
witness protection program, I wouldn't be all over social media. I will tell you that much right there.
And Sarah did.
And by the way, backing up a minute, Dark Horse did absolutely come in my chat, sent me the email she sent. She already took accountability for it. She owned up to it. We had a discussion about it, everything. I thought that went amazing. I was extremely proud because she took all the accountability. We talked about it. She didn't try to sugarcoat shit. She said, this is what I did. I was emotional. Like, okay. And sorry, Sarah mentioned that earlier and I was going to say that, but forgot.
Sarah did slip up. She said she was sorry. I told her.
Well, I really do feel bad. I'm sorry.
I told her that shit ain't cool. But let me tell you something.
Who the fuck are they talking about?
The difference between people like you and people like me is unless somebody does some really fat, like some.
Teresa, I'm not a fucking 2-year-old, okay? I don't want to play with you at the playground. I got to share my toys. No, okay? We're too old for this shit. This is a public platform that she exploits victims on. I'm not going to leave people like her alone as long as they continue to exploit victims and think that they're entitled to do that. I will continue to exploit them over and over again. So please stop trying to act like we're on the fucking playground trying to share toys. That's not the thing, okay? I mean, this is just so stupid. Expecting everybody to just get along. We're humans. A lot of us don't like people. It's too peoply outside for a lot of us at times because people are idiots and think that they're entitled to exploit people going through their worst times. Stop trying to sing Kumbaya. We don't want to do that. The roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let the motherfucker burn.
Hey,
burn, motherfucker, burn.
How's Australia?
And we got people in the comment section that are going to toss gas on that because we're going to let it burn. Because when it comes to victims, your best isn't good enough.
They're really foul.
And neither is.
I believe people. I don't believe in just canceling people because somebody made a mistake. And guess what?
Ain't nobody trying to cancel you. I've never struck you. I've never reported you. None of it. Stop.
Y'all, you really gonna say that to me when your girl that you hanging out with over there?
Wait a minute. Y'all are freaking out on me using the R word as a slip, but Granny uses the N word. Okay.
Yeah.
I asked repeatedly in that chat. They start going off on Granny here. And you'll see, I asked, well, you can go look at her comment section. I asked repeatedly for the stream that she was referencing. Of course, she said it was deleted. So how can I verify anything? You're a fucking liar. I'm not going to take your word for shit, either one of you.
She would call, or what about her calling a little
But that's friend, right?
ask her what she said about Natasha's biracial stepdaughter. Ask her what she said about Natasha.
Why are we doing this? What about isms? Well, what about this? What about that? Why don't we talk about your behavior? That's what you keep deflecting off. Anytime I would respond with anything, it would be deflecting to, well, what about this person? What about that? I don't give a shit. I'm talking about you. Okay? I don't have enough time in the day to police everybody like you think I'm out here with a little police car running around doing. I don't have the time. Okay? Show it. If you're going to say it, show it. If not, shut the fuck up.
Natasha's biracial
Granny's in the
adopted
chat.
daughter.
What the fuck?
Calling her a token. Okay? But that's okay, right? Or how about saying the R? Granny used the R word. She slipped up multiple times and said the R word. She said the N word.
A lot of people have slipped up and used the R word. It's about progress, Brittany, and you should want the same thing. It's about learning to do better, to be better. There was a lot of people from a generation where that word was acceptable that still use it. When they learn that it offends people and there's a reason behind that, a lot of people choose to no longer use that word, thankfully. There are still some people who do. But shouldn't you want to do better because you say you're bringing awareness, right? Instead of making excuses for the bullshit of, well, somebody else did it too. Somebody else did it. We're talking about you and your behavior and your panel guest. Stop trying to fucking deflect.
Privately to like him multiple times. Like, don't virtue signal. Don't do that. Be real.
None of us are out here virtue signaling. God, this, whoa.
Seriously.
Somebody.
And I'm going to be real with you, Jones, and show me where I got nasty with you. Show me. No, I was upset with you that you just straight up like ghosted me once you started hanging out with Granny. And as far as my issues with Deets goes, Little Fires is my issue with Deets. She lied to my face. You wouldn't believe the people that emailed me that night.
You ignored her. You didn't take her calls anymore. But the next thing she'll say, I don't even fucking know you. I don't know you. But you ignored her. She was trying to get to know you. You need a tissue?
Night that Deets did Little Fires. And anyway, oh my God, I want Granny's deflection.
Don't ask me, has she done that recently, Sarah? It doesn't matter. If she did it, she dropped the N word, she did it. Why does it matter?
I want Granny's.
What's the difference?
You bet. Get Granny's people out of here. I don't want any of her little minions in my chat. Y'all ain't nothing. I'm telling you.
But you're damage control. You see what's going on here, y'all, right?
How do you even know who Granny's people are? That's the crazy thing to me. You guys watch it that closely? I mean, obviously, you got screenshots of her whole channel.
It's damage control. Come on.
And it's almost criminal.
Okay.
It's absolutely almost criminal the way that Granny's people run for her. Like, they do all her dirty work. I don't want them in my chat at all. And when I say that, I'm talking about the ones that
it's almost criminal.
The mods, like the good occasional good Ann or whatever her name is. You know who her people are. I don't want them in here.
Oh.
But Jones and I don't even
What
remember
is
getting. What do you mean I got dirty with you? Can you tell me what exactly it is I said? Because I'm just being 100% real with you. The only thing I remember saying about you was I liked you and you ignored me when you started hanging out with Granny. And I thought that was effed up. I thought you were cool people. But Deets Little Fires going in according to now, if Queen Bee's what she told me was Deets goes up into Queen Bee's Discord and tells them that this
is some crime sleuth and shit, trying to get between creators who are having problems and maneuver yourself in for like protection. This is some slimy shit right here. If anybody else doesn't notice it, that's exactly what's going on. When they see creators that are feuding, they try to buddy up to one or the other. That's my take on it. You won't convince me otherwise. We see it happen all the time.
Fires, that live was about me when she come on my panel and lied to me.
Hold the front door. Nonsense is over here. First off, I care less about your personal issues with creators. Okay, whatever, blah blah. Don't care when
I don't care. I genuinely don't give a shit about your personal life, your personal issues with these creators. I've been talking about your current behavior. Your current behavior. That's it.
I care about the harm you are doing to these families. You care so much nonsense that you're going to point it out to the families and hurt them.
I'm going to point it out to the entire internet. You're damn fucking right. Because if it shames you into stopping and doing better for the victims, that's the least I could do. Because these families deserve fucking better. And if you are worried about me pointing it out, you should have been worried about putting it out there to begin with. And these families hopefully aren't concerned or even know about my channel because they have bigger things going on in their lives, like watching this stupid shit that you guys put out here on YouTube about them. Because they are actually going through legit tragedies. They're legit victims, not trying to cry for victimhood over some fucking words on the internet.
Wait, and not only that, you care so.
Come on.
Hold on a minute. You care.
Hold on a minute.
Care so much about the harm I'm doing to the families. Yeah, you over there supporting a chick. Do you know what Granny said about Seth? Y'all over there supporting her. Is it okay that she's going for Seth? Why? What is it? Is it? I guess I chose the wrong parents, right?
No, it's not that you chose the wrong parents. There should have been no choice in the parents because factually speaking, there is no evidence to prove that any of them are guilty of anything. What has been pointed out is your bias that you continue to dissect and point out every single thing Chris and Katie did because you did pick a side. Instead of picking the side of the victim and actually reporting factual things, you had to conflate it with all this misinformation and speculation and bullshit. It shouldn't come down to picking a parent. That's so fucking cringe and weird. If you were about awareness, you would be about the facts.
It's okay that she goes for Seth and talks mad shit on him, mocks him for his.
By the way, I ain't anybody's fucking babysitter. There ain't nobody that could pay me enough to babysit these grown-ass adults on this internet. So stop with that too, because I don't have enough time in the day to watch every fucking person. And this whole thing, because you get called out, we should be calling out all these other people. You do it then. You do it then, big girl. Pull up your fucking britches and do it yourself. If you got a problem with it, speak up. Say something.
His injury, right? Says that he basically it's his fault he left Sebastian there for a year. Like I can go on. That's okay, right? She legit said she didn't like that man. Y'all cool with that, right? You can do what about, let me ask y'all this. Let me ask you this one. Y'all really stand on a solid foundation that y'all do what y'all do for the victims, right?
Yep.
Nonsense.
Yep.
This one's for you. And this one's for you too, Deets. I'm not Deets, but yeah, Deets too. If she
hit me with the hard one.
Here's this. And
by the way, it's 420 on 420. If you smoke them up. If you eat them up. If you don't, drink a drink. Whatever you want to do, it's celebrate time.
Jonesin, because y'all claim this is what y'all stand for, right? Why is it okay that Granny went live about Madeline Soto, and Jen Soto, her mom? Her mama has not been freaking accused of anything yet. You know, innocent before guilty, right? Y'all preach on that. Madeline Soto's mother has not been labeled anything, but your girl goes live.
First of all, my girl, I don't even know Granny like that. Granny and I have never even chatted outside of a chat ever. So my girl. Secondly, I'm not a hall monitor. I don't know what she puts out, what she does, anything like that. Third, I asked you repeatedly for the video, what video you were talking about, all of this stuff in your chat, so I could go see the receipts to see for myself what you were talking about. But you'll answer that here in a minute.
And she uses Madeline Soto's case. Y'all know what happened to that little girl and her mama to drag two other creators on the platform. And she compared them. She went through every step of Maddie's case, comparing it to two people on YouTube to show how, just like Jim Soto, these people put their kids at risk. You think that's okay to weaponize a case?
I would have to see the video to see what you're talking about to even understand. So you're asking me a question without providing me details. And I'm sorry, you're a liar. You've lied numerous times since we've just been listening to you. So I'm going to need more than your word for something.
For your own personal drama on YouTube? Nobody called her out for that shit. Nobody.
Why didn't you? If it bothered you so bad.
That was probably one of the most gross things I've seen so far in true crime. You literally took a case of a little girl who was viciously unalived and SA'd for years, and you told, and she freaking called other creators, called them out and accused them of being the exact same way that girl's mama is, and claiming they're putting their own kids at risk for that. Man, I don't know how anybody can defend that. And yes, thank you, Liz, because that was...
Nobody was defending it. Again, you would have to be able to show what you're talking about.
What I was told. Dee said that live wasn't about QB, it was about Brittany. Those were her words.
And factually speaking, I have never seen this stream. And I asked for it repeatedly in the chat.
I do daily. I do that daily, Whiskey. Do you see this, Sarah? I do that daily. Are you kidding me? Oh, she always does that. She always does that, Rody Cow.
Why does every time anybody asks you a question, you deflect back to Granny? I ain't Granny's babysitter. Granny, sorry. You don't want me as a babysitter. We would probably get in a lot of trouble, though. It might be fun.
All right, that Whiskey chick's got to go because you ain't even here for discourse.
You got to go.
I will say this, at least for nonsense and for
you got to go.
They're legit trying to have a conversation. If you in here just to take jabs, I ain't got time for that. My head hurts.
I was trying to have a conversation, but you would, every time you'd ask me something and I would respond and ask you something back, you would just deflect to more bullshit. It's kind of hard to have a conversation or adult dialogue when you have fucking Sarah sitting up here running her goddamn mouth about stupid shit that she doesn't even know about. But she's going to do some more of that. Let's let her.
Remember, your light is brighter than your shadow. What? What the fuck? How are you going to stand up for not stopping years of SA by your own partner? Just some awareness. Who the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know what this is all about, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
I know they're talking to you. I think they're talking about Maddie's mom. I mean, they better be.
I really hope that I'm reading that wrong. Excuse my French, but what? And no, I'm not taking up for Maddie's mom. Jesus Christ.
I know. See how it's twisted on you. See, Britt.
Yeah,
you can't.
This is why you don't get involved in these cases like that and try to pick a side and make a villain. Because a lot of times there's a lot under the surface. That's why it's important to stick to the facts, because you are re-victimizing victims by doing shit like this and not understanding what you're talking about.
I can't even.
God bless you to someone if they sneeze.
I'm not defending Maddie's mom. I'm making a point. This is what y'all claim to stand on. That's y'all's standards. That the people who claim that y'all come at us for pointing things out that don't look good. That's y'all.
Dennis, I'm game. I'm like an air punching professional these days, especially after the last 2 weeks. I could knock the fucking wind out of the air at this point because I've air punched so much. I've been practicing. By the way, I'm not a fighter at all. I definitely don't think I'm Billy Badass. I am too lazy for that. I like to sit by the pool, smoke my cigarettes, and drink my Diet Coke. But sounds fun. Maybe more like an oil wrestling match, mashed potatoes, something like that. Mud wrestling. That would probably be more our speed. We're all pretty old for UFC type shit.
Y'all standards.
Mom. Oh.
God wins. See, this is what makes me sad. You don't know the whole story with Gladys. I can show my final conversations with Gladys. She left. She said she was leaving and she left. That's a conversation for another time, but I'm definitely open to talk about it. God wins. I gladly will. Absolutely. I have nothing to hide.
Why are you hiding your face then? If you got nothing to hide, why are you hiding behind a
Also,
cartoon
I don't
avatar?
recall the stream. You know why you don't recall it, Joneson? You know why you don't recall it? Because she deleted it. She did that. Drop a 1 in chat if y'all remember that.
So she just went on this whole thing asking us questions. Why didn't we call this out? Why didn't we do this? And when being asked, where's the stream? What are you talking about? She finally says, oh, she deleted it. How are we supposed to call something out or know if it's problematic or not? Again, your word means shit.
Stream that Greeny did where she compared, I'll tell you exactly what happened. She compared Jen Soto and Maddie's whole case to May Noodles. And who was the other one she compared him to? I got the screenshot from it. May Noodles and what was their name? The other person. Who was the other girl, y'all?
You're talking about people that I don't even know who the hell they are. I've heard the names floated here and there, but you got to understand, I don't pay attention to half the shit that you guys watched. So I don't know these names, nor would I even understand what they were talking about. That creator, none of it.
May Noodles and Navigator. What are you talking about? I ain't even bring Gladys up. Somebody in chat just brought Gladys up, for fuck's sakes. Jesus Christ. I ain't studying Gladys. Tell God wins to leave Gladys out of it. They're the one that asked me the question. Why are you watching me, Navigator? Where'd you come from? These people are crazy.
They're all in the bushes with the binoculars.
I'm gonna be real. I've heard of hate watching, but this takes on a whole new meaning. I said it, didn't I? It proved positive every time. As soon as I speak up for myself, they come in droves. Oh my Lord. No, I didn't bring Gladys up. God wins brought Gladys up. I'm mad for I need a. Yeah, I'm about to freaking. I can feel my cheeks getting hot. I just wanted to make a point and show. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and show the rest so we can just.
Your cheeks are getting hot.
Here, let's share the rest of these.
That's too much information. I don't need to know your cheeks are getting hot.
I will say, you know, this is one of the most toxic platforms.
I gave up after she started yelling at people, Sheila. I was gonna take the link and go up there, but she just started freaking out and she's like, Joneson's in the chat and wants one. I'm not that like I was like, yeah, probably not a good idea.
All right, here it says here's her people.
I'm really not sure what I don't know what the question really even what we were supposed to be getting to there.
People calling me fat again. Here's Grady's people calling me fat. OG Fish says, put the donuts away. Why is she always eating? She has her own mind. That's why she plays the other creators' content on her own. Okay. Oh, Heather Bratt, by the way, it's really sad. Like you have spent all this time coming after me and dragging me for something that I never even did. Just so you know, you don't have
Morbid Injustice. You can hit me up on Facebook or you can email me at nonsensontheweb@gmail.com. Either or.
Have to believe me. You think I'm this habitual liar, but there's going to come a day when you find out the truth and you'll know I defended you privately. Okay, I defended you to Mallory and Poppy, and Mallory knows that. I got the text message where I even messaged Mallory and told her the fact that she could look at you in the eye, knowing that she was the one. Her and Poppy were the ones that questioned you, but then they're gonna lie to you and tell you. Yeah, okay.
Tell you what?
listen, I've been in Granny's chat for about a year and had zero problems with you. That was your beef to have. My problem was you didn't use me being friendly with Granny until me and Queen Bee split. I'm going to be real with you, Jones, and it didn't have nothing to do with Queen Bee. When you and Queen Bee first split, I didn't even support Queen.
Oh, you only started to support her when other people started having problems?
Hell, I didn't even know that you and Queen had split. My beef with you, it's not even really beef, Jones, and I'm going to be real. My problem with you came when I came into, I don't even remember, like we were in some mutual chats, and like
I'm not sure who you're talking about, but I've never struck a fucking soul. I could care less if you talk shit on me. Truth be told, I don't hide them either.
Like, I had come into your lives, I watched your shorts, I told you how I had liked your shorts and binged them, and how I liked your channel, and I thought your chickens were funny and cute. And it was when I went into I don't even remember what live it was. Like, it was a couple streams that I think I come into yours, and like you just straight ghosted me, and I was like, well, damn, that's fucked up. And I just assumed it was because of Granny, because that's what she does. She isolates people not to have shit to do with me. She'll freaking try to make people
she isolates people. It's a fucking app, ma'am. It's an app. She isolates people. I'll be nice.
Single them out and stuff and shame them, or either love bomb you and make you, think she's really nice. But look, let me tell you something. This right here is not nice. Making fun of somebody's looks and shit. Like, okay.
Bitch, when you rolled over there, you said, Heifer. Shut the fuck up. Come on.
You can say what you want to say. Like me or don't. Call me a grifter.
I don't.
Call me a tragedy pimp. Say whatever it is you want to say. But let's be real for a minute.
Can I just say this? Shut the fuck up. I'm sick of you whining. Can you get back to bad behavior in cases? Because fuck, oh dear.
And tell me that if somebody was slagging your appearance every single day, or every time that they went live about you, tell me that ain't enough to. So I'm telling you, nobody that is weak could deal with this. A weak person wouldn't survive this shit. Let's see. She's growing all right, just not the way she thinks. Here we go again. These are the comments in her chat. She can't figure out how all-purpose cleaner works even.
Oh, they're going to talk about me being seriously upset about these comments.
I mean, every aspect. I recognize her as an exploiter and an opportunist. Okay, nonsense.
I said what I said. And I recognize you as an exploiter and an opportunist. And the point is,
it would have made more sense for her to go live during the day when her children are in school. But BJ waits till late so she can get everyone.
That's not Becky. That's not nonsense. That comment right there that she just said my name and then starts reading another comment. That wasn't me.
Someone else's content. Okay, Catherine. There will always be someone's tragedy to exploit for creators like that.
Hell yeah. They keep
She's a grifter. Let's see. Increasing numbers through unethical practices is not anything to be proud of, BJ.
Facts.
Oh my God, she's obsessed. She would have a panic attack when she loses 4 subs. No, let me tell you what Jameson's talking about, by the way. Yes, I worked hard to build my channel.
No, let me talk about something right quick, Heifer. You're turning Dexter into a heifer. He stress eats and wants treats when he has to hear your voice. He's turning into a goddamn heifer.
No.
Heifer.
I sure did. So if I dropped some subs, I wouldn't have a panic attack. But yeah, it did make me a little sad because I worked hard to build my channel. I mean, my God.
God.
My friends don't have to buy my attention. My friends don't have to. Sarah. Are you with me still?
Unfortunately, she's still there.
Did Sarah leave me? She might be busy doing something.
Fine.
Yeah, sorry. I was.
Sarah, how much money have you given me?
You?
Yeah.
Nothing. Except for I did a membership. That's it.
How often do we talk?
Every day.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, are you serious? Like, people don't have to buy my friendship. If friends do things to support
It doesn't sound like you even know how to be a friend if we're being factual.
the channel, that's cool. But if you don't, that's cool too. I'm still gonna be your friend. I'm gonna be real with you. Money ain't gonna be my make or break with you. Because if that was the case, I would have freaking kissed ass to some of these people who's left my channels, but I didn't.
Ouch.
Because they thought that money was going to buy me and make me, do whatever people wanted me to do. That's not the case.
Ouch.
That's not the case.
You, of all people I know that do this, have one of the lowest membership options available.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's another thing.
Well, if you want support, but really, can't afford much. Like,
And sorry, yes, I warned you all at the beginning of this. If you didn't see the disclaimer in the beginning, go back. Petty Becky is in full effect on this one because this is just annoying. This is so immature. Like, give me some fucking substance to go back and forth with at least instead of just this whiny crybaby bitch thing. I want some content to like go back and forth. If you're gonna like do this and promote my channel for me, at least give me something good to like think about and like think we could have a discussion about how we can do better for victims or factual shit. This is all just petty, like high school fucking somebody stole your fucking boyfriend shit on the playground at middle school. This don't entertain me. So yes, I'm out in full effect with the petty shit today. I will admit.
you think of that, like they don't have to even do that. But if they want to, because some people say, I really wish I could, I can't afford, you have that option so low for them, which I think is fantastic, actually. I'll give you so much credit for doing that. Not many do that.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've always felt bad for people that can't afford the memberships. So, and I don't know, Audacity. I don't know if you're saying that towards me.
This is boring.
But I've never insinuated that Jones and told people where to go. Personally, I've never seen her do that.
We got to
I ain't gonna put nothing on somebody that I ain't seen them do. So I don't know, but turn every one of them. Mama, it ain't that easy, love. It really isn't.
And then listen, nonsense is going to talk crap about you going live for 4, 5, 6 hours. Who does that? Well, she did. She did a whole 4 to 6 hour live on Miss Veda.
Miss Veda. Let's talk about Tube Travesty since she hasn't gotten a shout out in a long time. Let's go ahead and talk about her, but let's let you finish.
So, another girl who she stalked for 2 years, y'all.
Stalked Veda for 2 years. Sarah, that's a mighty big statement considering everybody in this chat, for the most part, unless they're new here, because I'm exploiting your ass and they don't like you. So welcome in, everybody. Pull up a seat. You're probably welcome here. We'll probably not like a lot of the same people. Anyways, let's talk about Veda Jade. Let's talk about all of the shit that happened because of Veda Jade. And let's talk about somebody who came on this platform, put her nose in shit where it didn't belong, tried to lie on me the last time, tried to create all of these narratives, claimed she exposed me 18 fucking times, when meanwhile, the only thing she exposed was her own fucking ass because she lies. She lied down to the part of being an artist, a graphic artist. She was tech savvy. She had all these degrees. She'd been brought on this app to expose and bring down Katie Joy once and for all. It was her calling. Meanwhile, she duped all them too. She's currently in legal issues with people that they harassed out of Kansas. But hey, that's not here nor there. But let's go ahead and talk about Miss Veda Jade and what she did to my life, my real life, for a year and a half, because she didn't get accepted. She says this weird shit about how she liked me at the beginning. I don't even know who the fuck she was. But then she was going to white knight for the family of Marvon McRae. And she was going to expose that we set them up and we fucking framed them. It was her life's mission. Then she got caught up. Like it sounds you might have done a few times. And she got off track. And instead of exposing me and all of these lies, she had to continue to make up more lies, to cover her lies, bringing more people into her lies, creating bigger lies, down to her own fucking family, who she claims I contacted and had conversations with. Never once. I refused to have any communication with them, never responded to their emails. So then she took it another route. And then she became the victim because I advocate for victims. So if she became the victim, she could spin it on me and try to teach everybody that I was this horrible, evil, nasty, vile human being like Sarah here has been trying to tell you all. Well, let me tell you how that worked out. Veda Jade got so wrapped up in her own bullshit that she decided to create lies to be a victim. She lied about child loss for no fucking reason. She lied and tried to weaponize a DV situation down to fucking showing photos and claiming I mocked it, claiming I was talking about her DV. I have no idea still to this day if she's been in a DV situation. It's none of my business, nor do I care. But what I won't stand by and do is play stupid personal games with people on the fucking internet and be trashed and lied about by people like that. Veda Jade used photos of a car accident to try and paint a narrative. Veda Jade got caught up in her lies over and over again, because here's the thing. When people have to lie about you to try and destroy you, the truth comes back and hits them in the face harder than anything I could ever do. So while you're over here taking Miss Veda Jade's information, there's a whole fucking playlist I encourage you to go watch, because not once did I shame her DV, even when I had to right the wrongs that were done to me because of that weird bitch's single white female obsession with me and my family. I got threats of putting my kids on the dark web. I got CPS called. My husband's business put out here. The state coming after him because of random fucking calls. Now, Veda wasn't probably responsible for all of it, but she definitely had a hand in it. They even went to as far as threatening my 21-year-old daughter by name with death threats. Dark web, death threats. I've played all these games. I'm not the one. I didn't entertain her for a fucking reason until it became that I needed to. I let her lie on me and lie on me and lie on me for a long fucking time. But the one thing I have ever stood for is victims. You will not attempt to say that I don't stand where the fuck I stand. I stand beside, in front of, if there's shots being fired at them, beside them or behind them to lift them up. I have done this my whole entire fucking life. I don't just talk about it, I am about it. So will you sit out here and give yourself pats on the back and promote people like Veda fucking Jade? Understand, we'll never be in the same arena. So don't try to compare yourself or your little buddies. Because, well, you can't even fucking kneel on the truth. I stand 10 feet, 10 toes down in that shit. I'll say it to you like I said it to her. You have to lie about me to try and discredit me. I just have to let everybody see the truth from your own words. And now I'll let you continue. But I'm telling you, please continue to go down that road, because I'll embarrass you and her all over again and have no fucking problem doing it. I'll let you lie on stupid shit over and over and over again. I could give two shits less. But when you do the shit that one has done to me and my family, the gloves are fucking off. There's a reason why she's actively in RO hearings, because of the shit she cannot contain. Carrying on.
Thank
I'm
you,
talking.
HC. I'm just saying, like, you can say all that you want to say about me, but I have never went after a person.
And don't forget, that will all you out here give me credit for taking Molly Golightly down. I didn't fucking do that. Molly took herself out. Same thing with Veda. Veda took herself out and exposed herself. Well, she was so busy trying to find out how we framed and set up all these people, she could have built a whole fucking house with how much framing she did. We continue to stand on the side of victims. We continue to elevate the side of victims. We don't have to lie about the shit to fit into a group, because victims to us matter. That's why I have a channel, because the people here give a fuck about the victims and their voices, and people like you who think it's your right to exploit them for a fucking job. Sorry. Getting off my soapbox and my preacher stool is going away. Okay, back to this.
That like anytime I've ever did a live where I addressed anybody, it was always responding to somebody. Like, I'm sorry, I just can't relate to calling somebody out that's never done something to me. You know what I mean? Like, I just
Arctic Fox. Okay, that was a good comment. For those of you guys that were around for that, when she flashed, those suckers weren't fucking flopping up, Arctic Fox. They were dragging to the ground, wrong direction. Oh my God, that was good though.
don't, especially to go so hard as to do multiple streams on them over and
I say it all the time. At least Molly was fucking entertaining with her bullshit and her exploitation. At least Molly could have a sense of humor and do some stupid shit that you could at least laugh at. These guys are just boring.
over and over. But I just, you know what? I don't even care nonsense. You know what? Do what you do.
Girl, I'm going to. I don't need your permission. I didn't ask permission last time I checked. Sorry, kids are screaming out in the pool. I did not ask for permission. Not from you, not from Kyle, not from my mommy, not from my daddy. But guess whose permission I got? Kyle's, my mom's. What the hell is this? You say you don't even, it doesn't matter. You're not, you seem bothered.
Honestly, my sole point of contention is with
right?
this mean-spirited shit right here. Like this, the granny's watching. This person is out to she has said it with her own mouth. She's out to destroy me. It ain't.
I've never heard Granny say she was out to destroy you. I genuinely have not.
About just an internet beef. She wants to completely destroy my life. I cannot prove this to you guys enough. It's insanity.
But why would that even, why would she even, why would that be? So you find it valid that somebody that you claim wants to destroy your life, meanwhile, you're supporting and mocking her over getting an RO? Like, I don't understand. If you think that that's what she wants, why are you doing the things you're doing? I don't get it.
And the fact that she went and got an RO on somebody is rich as F when she is constantly harassing and bullying me. Like, to talk about, and inciting hate. If something were to happen, you are straight up and inciting complete hate. And
no. Nope. Dumb thing to do. You do not get to blame other people. That's a crime sleuthing thing again. You do not get to blame other people for what you are putting out here and put that on everybody. Like, if something happens, no. Nope. Because me, speaking for me, I don't speak for anybody else. I focus on your words that you put out here on other people. If you have a problem with your words coming back at you, you shouldn't probably say them to begin with. Your bubble is not my responsibility today, tomorrow, or any other day. You're not going to put that on people like that. Nope. Because you say you stand all the way in the shit you do, then stand there. Stand in that shit.
And here's the problem too. Here's where it gets dangerous with this girl. She don't state things as an opinion, right? She don't state things as an opinion. She says it. Oh, yes, cotton candy, she hasn't stopped. She says it as fact. Absolute fact.
Kind of like
Everything is stated as factual.
Meanwhile, you are currently sitting on a panel who just lied on numerous of us. The good Dunny and I specifically, I can say that she lied on numerous times because Sarah doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. Not even remotely close to what happened in the actual facts of the Marvon story. Anybody that followed that knows that. There's only a small, tiny little handful that has still made it their life's mission to destroy Dre because it's a personal vendetta with that. Everybody else, for the most part, can see exactly what transpired there over time. It was really unfortunate, but you just sat there and let somebody lie straight there. So I miss me with the shit.
So when somebody that don't know me goes and listens to this girl, they're like, oh my God, this chick is crazy. She's evil.
Girl, I get that said about me every fucking day. And who cares? These are strangers on the internet. They ain't fucking you, feeding you. Well, they are financing you, so I guess there's a whole other part there. Never mind.
See, look, there's just lines that no one should cross on here. See, this person don't even know me. If she was covering something serious in my life that happened, and in the midst she gets giddy and starts making it rain while her chat gives her money and puts umbrellas in chat, I would be furious. Like,
why? Wouldn't it be disrespectful not to address something so kind that someone just did for you?
There's a way you can handle it. Even I still get awkward when it happens, even when I'm doing this. I still get awkward about it. You thank them and you move on. You don't need to make this big, huge display and production and stuff. They know that you appreciate it. You can thank them and move on. There's ethical ways of doing this with class. It's not that fucking hard, people. It's not that fucking hard to be a good human being. I don't fucking understand this. It is not hard to be about the victims. It is not hard to be an asshole and take accountability for what you do. It is not hard to do these things. It's a simple ask. Victims deserve better from every single one of us. There will never be a moral line that is good enough when it comes to dealing with families and victims going through their worst tragedies. Period, point blank, end of fucking story.
Jesus, you can't do anything, right?
Wait a minute, Megan. There is absolutely nothing wrong with covering the facts of a case, but this isn't covering the facts. She speculates and talks crap about the families and the drama surrounding it all. Stick to the facts. First of all, when you're covering a case, you have to talk about all aspects.
No, you fucking don't. No, you don't. You're not law enforcement. You're not a professional, anything. You have no training. You have no certification. You don't know what the fuck you're doing, and you don't understand the damage and the harm that you're doing long term. You are including yourself into so much damage and harm that is done to these families long term. Maybe you should go, that Victims Matter one that you scrolled across that wasn't about you. Maybe you should go listen to that and hear what 2 victims have gone through because of shitty situations that they didn't ask for and that they were done bad by the media, the justice system. God forbid if social media would have been around so prevalent back then. Maybe you should go listen to what actually happens to these people.
And if I'm sorry that I don't cover the case the way you want to, but my channel has been the same always. And
that's why nobody likes you. Did you not fucking get the memo? That's why people can't stand you. And the people who are in your chat that are supporting you are going to support any other bullshit. It's about the parasocial relationship. It's not because you're factual or provide good content. Let's be factual here. You're fucking dry. Okay. I'm sorry. You have no charisma. You have no personality. You're a fucking whiny ass bitch. Truthfully. Sorry. It is what it is. Your panel you rely on for your content. Your subs they like the group. They like the community that you provide. It's not because of factual content that they're there. You know that as well as I do. And that's why you have no boundary that you won't go over, because you know that they're not there for factual content. The victims deserve this, Brittany. They deserve you to be factual when you're telling their fucking stories. They deserve better.
Always. What have we always done? Discussed our theories, gave our opinions on things, and never once do I state things as fact that have not been confirmed.
Bullshit.
Yes, we speculate, but we also make sure that it's known that it's speculation.
Bullshit. Because if that was the case, you wouldn't have had to correct yourself after I started paying attention to you, and people wouldn't have noticed it. You had to correct yourself and state that it was not fact and state factual stuff, because normally you run with shit and you don't state that it's not speculation. You state all sorts of shit. So when you start getting paid attention to, you hate it, because you have to state, this is not factual. Well, factually speaking, law enforcement hasn't said. We watched you do it the other day.
I don't understand why it's so bad to sit here and have a discussion about a true crime case no differently than anybody else. Everybody talks true crime that's in this community.
It's not about you talking true crime. It's about the disrespect that you constantly put in these cases that you're not fucking entitled to do or owed. This is not your fucking right to exploit a fellow human being on the worst day of their fucking life. What do you not get about that? What do you not fucking get? I don't give a fuck about your freedom of speech. Your freedom of speech ends as soon as it impacts another's life. And that's what you guys do by continuing to put off misinformation and this crazy speculation in these active cases. Go do that about a cold case. Go try to solve a cold case. You could do so much fucking good, and instead you choose to do the same shit over and over again. Because the victims don't fucking matter to you, because to you, it's all about your paycheck. So they're just content for you. Victims aren't fucking content. Minors can't consent. And you had no problem repeating and shaming and talking about Sebastian's most private moments. And I'm not going to overlook the fact that it was released by his biological father. That's not the internet's right.
I have never in my life seen people get so up in arms about talking about a case. Just people getting together and talking about a case. I'm not contacting loved ones. I'm not contacting any key players involved.
You about fell over yourself the other night when you thought Seth was in the chat. They were gifting memberships to try and get Seth a membership, and you invited him to come up. Don't tell me you wouldn't fucking fall at the feet of a parent going through this if you had the opportunity, which is gross. These families deserve better by everybody. You're not the only one. Well, you can sit here and say, oh, they're so obsessed with me. You're just one in many of a problem, a growing problem. That people think it's their right to kick these people over and over and over again, like Brandy Neal, like Dre McRae, Katie and Chris Proudfoot, Seth Rogers, Summer Wells, the family. It's not your fucking right. None of you.
I'm going to tell you what is grit.
Nothing.
It's an opportunist. It's a great opportunity for them to look good and talk trash. Oh, look at them. They're accusing the parents of this and they're doing that. I'm the do-gooder.
You stupid bitch.
I'm pointing it out. That's all it is fake.
That's sad. Isn't that fucking sad that you think I'm a Debbie do-gooder, basically? Because I want better for the victims. Isn't that fucking sad that I get called a Debbie do-gooder because I don't think any of us give enough to the victims, including myself? Isn't that bad that I think that they deserve peace going through their most tragic times until we know, factually speaking, from law enforcement? We live in the United States of America. You claim you came from fucking politics. then you should know how important it is to be innocent until proven guilty in a court of fucking law. We have a judicial system and it's supposed to work for a fucking reason. Our system is as broken enough. It's broken enough where we're releasing habitual offenders back to reoffend because, oh, they might be closer to senior citizen age now and they cost the prisons too much. We have major issues in this country. But the little things that we do have, like innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, are there for a reason. And you don't even give a fuck about that. Meanwhile, saying that you're from the political world. I see why you didn't make it over there, because common sense isn't a fucking thing. Well, I guess that's perfect in most political arenas, but hey, what do I know?
It's so fake. How
Oh
y'all
my
were
God.
pointing
And
that
that's
shit
I
out.
want to address titanium built too. That's another one. Titanium built. Don't talk about my husband. You don't know him. This chick she has showed up. Like, she just left the channel one day. Like, she was a friend of mine, titanium built, and then all of a sudden she shows up in these chats, and she's in every one of the chats about me over at Granny's, and she says the worst thing. She's talking about my case coverage, says that I shouldn't. She said something. She got mad at because I couldn't remember the girls' names in the case of the Kansas case. I was upset. When I get upset, I got ADHD. Get over yourself.
Stop making excuses. Just say, yeah, I fucking forgot. Move on. You don't have to make excuses for everything. People make mistakes. To err is human. That's not the point of this. But you turn and twist and deflect onto the stupidest shit, meanwhile continuing to ignorantly avoid the bigger picture. Willfully ignoring your ignorance. Y'all out here, I laugh so hard because people think I'm this like nasty, straight up evil, cuss a person out. Yeah, that's my personality. On here, because collectively, it's disgusting to see how many people think that this type of behavior, like what Brittany does, is acceptable to do to these victims over and over and over again. It astonishes me, and I'm angry. Fuck yeah. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being known as, fuck, she'll cuss you out. Because if it takes some attention off of the victims being re-victimized and I can divert your attention over here and take some of the hits that the family would, I'll fucking take them all day long. Abso-fucking-lutely all day long. They don't deserve this shit. You fail to fucking see the point. Over and over again. It's disgusting. And I hope you never have to go through some of this shit that you talk about so callously. I hope you never, and somebody you love never has to experience this shit. You could probably learn a thing or two from a few of the ladies that have spoke so openly and bravely in videos of mine and told their stories.
Stop being hyper focused on what I got going on over here and worry about yourself, titanium built. Seriously, she's talking crap about my husband. She's just commenting on things that I haven't.
And here's my issue, and I just got to say this. When people do this personal shit, Veda took it there with me, and it pissed me off, obviously. After a long time, I took so many fucking hits because of her. So many. And I took them and took them and took them. And she wanted to take it personal. Like, it became this personal thing for these people. When you go to a personal level with these people and go back and forth with this, they constantly deflect from their own behavior. It's their easy out. It's so important to highlight what they're doing. And it's hard to lay the personal shit aside. I'll say it. When you have somebody that you've gone back and when they've done the shit that some of us have experienced on a personal level from some of these people, it's hard to lay that down. I'll be the first to say it. But It gives them an opportunity to constantly deflect their behavior. It gives them excuses. Look over here, not over here. And I had to learn that over the last year. That's why this time around, when I really started to see how bad they were getting, I branched out into like seeing how big this problem is, because there is so many people doing this. This has become a job for people to exploit people at their weakest moments. We have people making music videos on active missing kids using footage from the searches, and the kids are still fucking missing. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Done anything to you? Who are you? Like, why are you? And she's went up on panel with Granny. Like, come on. Just losing her mind. Let me see. Hold on. I'll see. I got the comments from her too.
Can you end it,
Yes, I'm about to.
please?
Now listen very closely. I'm going to point out something and you're going to say, oh my God, she's talking about my kids. Oh my God. So be prepared. There. We know you're going to say it, so just say it. But I'm not going to talk about your children, because I'm sure you're an incredible mom. I'm sure your kids are beautiful. I hope that for them. I hope that for you. I don't want to wish anything on anybody. It's not personal for me in the aspect of between me and you. I hope your kids deserve an amazing mom, and I hope you provide that for them. I don't care. But I'm going to point out something to you that you fail to miss in this whole thing. I said it earlier, and I said, God forbid you ever have a child go missing. God forbid that ever happen, and I'm genuine when I say that. I don't wish that on my worst enemy, which I don't have hardly any of. These things right here, like what you do to Katie, how you pick apart snacks, incontinence briefs, a pop on the butt with the belt, and I could point out so many more of the things that you use to terrorize this family. Meanwhile, factually stating law enforcement hasn't charged anybody with anything at this point in time. We don't know. But instead of waiting for justice to play out and for hopefully Sebastian to come home, because some of us don't want a tragic outcome in this case, we would love for him to come in the door. But some of y'all are just waiting, anxiously waiting for a tragic outcome in this story. It's the truth. It's really sad, but it's true. These very same things that you cry victim when they're pointed out, like what we just heard, you could have easily muted. But that's you baiting people to talk about this. That's baiting people to bring this up so you can say, they're talking about my kids. They're talking about my parenting. Meanwhile, you continue to actively, intently miss the point that shit like this would be done to you. And there's nothing we can fucking do to stop it besides pointing out the misinformation and the unneeded harassment that these families go through. At this point, laws don't protect the victims. Somebody sure as hell has to. But you could be in those same shoes and you don't even give a fuck. You're like oblivious to it. And anytime somebody tries to point it out, you're like, they're talking about my kids. They're talking about my parenting. Meanwhile, you made an entire job, a career of sorts, to do it to other families going through their worst time. Remember that.
Wait a minute. And what am I doing behind the scenes nonsense? Because nonsense said, when I watched the videos of her ex.
Shit, girl, let me tell you something. It might be all out front. What I was referring to is, how the fuck do you lose 100 mods? How the fuck does somebody ever even have 100 mods? How the fuck? You could be doing it all out front. I don't know you. We've established that. But damn, you got to be doing something, because losing 100 good people, some people that I kind of like, I've learned to like, I've gotten to know. That's a little alarming. I'm just saying. But that comes from somebody that my relationships to me are very special to me. I water those relationships. My best friend has been my best friend of over 30 years. I don't collect people for numbers and subs on YouTube. The people I am close to and call my islanders are here because they fight for the same things that I fight for. They're passionate about the same things, and that's victims. I don't just go around collecting these people for views. It's because we want something to change for these victims. We want things to be better for these victims.
Mods, I was floored. If she's doing that much behind the scenes, I can't imagine why she doesn't understand her own content. What is it that I'm doing behind the scenes? That's laughable.
Like I said, she could be doing it all up front. I was just stunned by the fact that somebody would lose 100 mods. Truthfully, that's it.
Wait a second. So Megan said
and she could have easily muted throughout this whole entire thing. This, again, I go back to intentionally baiting people. Because obviously the battery on the van didn't work yesterday. So here, let's throw in poor me stream today. Payday's fucking Monday.
will do anything to grow, even if it means going over into comment sections to defend Brittany. Oh, y'all need to just stop.
Oh, I'm a straight up asshole. Nobody's gonna second guess that. I'm a straight up asshole. I can be a fucking terrible, evil bitch. Abso-fucking-lutely. If pushed, fuck yeah, I'm an asshole. Because again, when it comes to protecting victims and standing up for what's right, there's no if, ands, or buts for me. People deserve better. We have such a problem. Like, I can't understand how this has to be explained to adults. When we talk about inclusiveness in schools, we talk about the suicide rate, the mental health epidemics, and then we watch people make jobs out of exploiting people going through their worst. And mainstream media does it too. We're not going to discount that. Nancy Grace, they've made a whole fucking genre of exploiting people at their worst times. It's not just Britney. This is a growing trend. And it's really fucking scary. Truthfully, it's really scary.
Wait a minute. So this is another psycho thing. They're tallying the mods that leave my channel. Okay, Granny, this is complete harassment. She's literally watching and counting the channels, the mods that leave my chat. Like, who does that? You literally go back and count every moderator who's left the channel and create a list. I'm not that invested. I'm sorry. I'm not that invested.
That is just so weird.
Yeah,
These people,
right?
yeah. People,
Yeah. Oh my God. Let me see real quick. And then they're taking advantage of the fact that okay, this is a lie too. Heather Licious, I threaten anyone who speaks on me. Girl, this is the first.
I don't know what else. She talks about some other stuff in here, you guys, but truthfully, I don't know much about. Again, these are all people that she's had problems with in the past. Names that I kind of recognize for certain things here and there. But I've pretty much stated everything that I've got to say about her bringing my name up and all of her shit. I don't even fucking know what to say about this shit. Like, I don't care. You can take it any which way you want. At the end of the day, you can think I'm this evil, horrible, vile I'm not going to lose any sleep over it, truthfully. Your opinion on here doesn't matter. Again, when it comes to victims, there's nothing that's ever going to be good enough. That's here nor there. True crime, just because you guys call yourself true crime, you become a true crime. It's embarrassing to watch some of these people. There is creators in the true crime arena who do really highlight victims. They do cold cases. They talk about the victim-centered stuff. They highlight so many good things. And I'm so thankful for those people, because it is such an important process to have victim stories told, to give a space to hear those voices, to elevate the people who are suffering so badly, because any of us could be in some of these shoes. The mental health situation is growing. People are taking their lives at higher rates. Our veterans can't even get housing in so many places. The world is turned upside down, and to ignore that as is, and then to take opportunity and kick these families when they're going through the worst times as is, when we have no factual evidence to prove that they've done anything. If you're talking about the facts, stick to the facts. You can absolutely build a show off of bringing awareness for these cases. You can do it with integrity. There is such a need for transparency of the filming or the restreaming of the judicial process. The hearing, I think a lot of us sat in. I know some of you were there with me this week, and I appreciate you guys all so much. And I know Am does too, and so does Chapped. Really opened my eyes to a lot. There's so many formalities through the justice system that people don't know. So many laws. It's been an interesting learning process for me, and I'm so thankful for Am and Chapped and giving me the opportunity to even walk beside them and learn some of these things, and being brave enough to share their stories with people, because it really did open my eyes to a whole other side of this. Our justice system is fucking terrible. When I say that the disappointment that I felt this week was incredible, it was incredible. It was incredibly hard, because these type of things impact people's lives forever. Even if Sebastian comes home tomorrow, this will never go away. Kids can't consent, and we don't have the right to exploit their suffering because we brought them into this world. They deserve better. But if we can't even do that for our own children, how the fuck are we expecting strangers? I don't know. It's disheartening. It honestly is just, it's gross. And to sit here and watch these people fucking intently, willfully miss the point over and over again. Look over here, not over there, instead of sitting back and realizing, you know what? Guess what? When you do better, I am the fucking nicest person you'll ever meet. Truthfully, I don't really have any enemies besides fucking the weird anti-KJ community, because they thought I was Katie or working with Katie for a year. And I was like, you guys are fucking idiots. So whatever. But I really don't. I don't have them in real life. I have a huge group of friends in real life that matter to me. I have so many people on here that I've got to know that matter to me. When something matters to you, you want to do better. You say that these stories matter to you, that bringing awareness matters to you, then your good isn't good enough. And that's a you thing, not a me thing. I can be as petty as they come. We're not joking about that. Everybody knows that. I'm blunt as they come, because I held my tongue for other people's sensitivities for 41 years of my, well, not really, probably like 35 years of my life. I have horrible religious trauma. I hate emotional manipulation because I never could understand it, but I would always fall for it. I am who I am because of what I've been through. And I'm proud of that. Because again, if I can take hits that victims don't have to take when they're going through their shit, it's worth it to me. This is a hobby to me. This is not my job. And yes, I'm part of the employed these days, which here nor there. It's not even, I could care less. If you want to make this your job, there's ways of doing this with integrity. You can make social media a job with integrity. But being the scum of the universe seems to be the biggest payoff for some of these people. We're not the fucking same. We'll never be the same. That's why I don't claim a community. That's why I built an island. We want change. We want better for these victims and their families. We want people to highlight and bring awareness to these victims going through the worst times so laws can actually change that help the victims instead of us releasing habitual offenders that should never see the light of day. That's the reality of what's going on in this world. And while you sit here with your head up your fucking ass trying to ignore all the bigger problems, I'll focus on the real issues and continue to highlight people like you who exploit people at their lowest times. You want to call me an exploiter? Abso-fucking-lutely. I lace that bitch up and I can run all day long with that. Because again, your best isn't good enough, and neither is mine when it comes to victims. And now my preacher hat is going away. I'm sorry, guys. This shit. I get on my little rants and I'm like, oh, I did sound like a preacher. Amen. Sorry, guys. I know a lot of you guys have personal history with her, and I get that. I'm not discounting that. Please don't take this as anything. I don't know all of your stories. I can't defend all of you. She threw a whole shit ton of names out there, and you guys have every right to feel however you do. But when you try to bring me into something, and I'm not saying, like, I'm very proud to stand by some of these people that she named that I've gotten to know recently because they want better for the victims. Malicious intent, for one. Educated, smart, funny, victim-centered, good person. So heck yeah, I'll stand with those people. And if it makes me whatever the fuck you call them, meanies, or I don't even know, it was so childish, I'll stand with those girls because they understand that the victims deserve better. I'm not growing up my channel off of you, and I'm definitely not obsessed with you. My channel's growing because people are fed up with the shit. Collectively, I might be the one speaking, but there's so many people in the comment section that are fed up with it. They're fed up with this shit because they've experienced some of these struggles. They've been on the receiving end of some of this shit. They've gone through tragedies, and it's made them learn that they can fight for other victims. They might not have been able to fix their own situation, but collectively they want to help fix others because they don't want anybody to suffer or endure some of the things that some of these people have had to go through. The island is made up of fucking warriors. One time they were victims. They're not victims anymore. They're strong warriors who will continue to fight for other people. And I am incredibly proud to stand beside them. So while you continue to have to lie on me and everybody else, we'll just continue to tell the truth about what you do and how you treat these families. If you can live with it at the end of the day, that's a you thing. That felt good. Oh, Jane. Oh my God, you guys. I got to tell this story right quick on Gavel Geeks. Last night I was listening to Tracy and Gavel, and for those of you that don't know, like when I came into this, the story that we were following was so intense. It was never a case, but they made it into some sort of fake criminal case. They tried to shove it that direction, and it was horror. It was pure and utter horror of what they put the family through, truthfully. And I can't even imagine. I don't want to imagine what they've gone through and what they continue to go through. It is so horrifying, and you don't have to like the person or agree with their belief systems or anything to know that they deserve better. Dre deserved better, 100% from even me. I had to admit I've screwed up. Because no matter what, even if we disagree with somebody, they still do not deserve to be done the way she was done. Absolutely not. I've had to learn as I've gone on here. I think we all do. But Gavel and Tracy last night. So when I was really invested in that case for like a year and a half, I heard these other names and I would pop in for like 5 minutes. But when I'm really invested in following the misinformation and stuff, I don't tend to branch out very often. It is something that like I get very tunnel vision into like watching this, and this. So I don't have time to watch all these people. So I've been venturing out more and more. So I've gotten to have some good conversations with Tracy and Gavel Geeks and other people that I didn't know much about or like what they covered. And I've actively avoided the Summer Wells community too, like the plague, because those people are just woo. But I've kind of dabbled my toe in it a little bit. But anyways, long story short, Gavel and Tracy, I asked them if I could ask a question last night. It was just a really cool chat. It was very like victim centered. It was great. They have so much more class in how they present all this shit that I do. Absolutely. I'll never deny that. But Gavel was saying that Tracy found me through Molly, which is where a lot of you found me. But Gavel found me through Tracy. And she said the first time she came over here, I was on this rant or something. I don't know who the hell knows what I was talking about. And she's like, she scared me. Not like physically scared, but she thought I was crazy. Like, she's fucking crazy, Tracy. What the hell? Like, is she okay over there? I can only imagine where she came in. Y'all, when I got doxxed, the live stream is still called Beaver Butt Juice. We laughed our asses off. We're not built the same, okay? It's entertainment to us. It's funny. We find ourselves funny when they do stupid shit like that. It was like freedom. But I can only imagine what live stream she came into. I was thinking about that when she said that. I'm like, oh my God, yeah, there could be a few. I'm not for everyone. I am not for everyone. I have always said that. I am super blunt. I can't help it. It's just who I am. But that gave me a giggle. Tracy gave an introduction to me the other day. She's like, nonsense. If you want ass pats or something, that's not the play. If you want something warm, I can't remember what she said. I should have clipped it because it was fucking spot on. It was the way she described me was perfect, but it was just so cute. I had to share that with you guys though, because I was giggling. I know I'm not for everybody. I don't want to be. Bye, Brian. And with that, you guys, I'm going to get off here. It's 100 degrees here. I've been outside pretty much all day. I still have my swimsuit on. I'm going to go hang out in the pool with Cantonio and feed the baby kitten. I hope the rest of you guys have a wonderful day and get out and enjoy some sunshine. Thank you all for joining me today. I appreciate you guys. You want me to show you the pool? Well, Kyle's in it, but you guys, the kids aren't out here, so. There's Cantonio. I was like, wait. Yeah, he's got clothes on. He blew up the fucking raft for the pool, y'all. He's ridiculous. He's laying in the canoe in the pool. Leave it to Kyle. Cash said sexy mofo. Unsupervised. I can be. I'm just not for the faint of heart, I guess. I'm a little blunt. Like, see, I think I fit in good with a lot of you guys.
What's the oven on for?
For the chicken. It's got to preheat.
It's already preheated.
Okay, I'll be there a second. You're still waiting for it to be. Kenzie said, stop your Midwestern goodbye, Mom. My own kids calling me out. Oh, Tori, I need to finish that. If I don't do it tomorrow, I'll do it Monday. Thank you guys for all the support today. Thank you so much for being here and listening to me vent. Thank you for reminding me, Brittany, that we're not the same, and I'm good with that. I'm definitely good with that. Floating man cave, right? I know. Unsupervised, I appreciate you guys. Please go check out Unsupervised Maniacs. If you haven't watched her videos, please go follow Bop. Y'all, we need to get Bop's numbers up because Bop is another one that I just adore. She is so good to victims. Like, there are so many true crime creators out here that are really victim centered and don't want to see this shit happen to victims. And they'll even admit, like, some of them will say, I got off track here. And that's human fucking nature. We get caught up in this shit. So, yeah, Arctic Fox is another one. You guys, there's great people, and we need to elevate those voices because so much good could be done with this platform, truthfully, for victims. With that said, good night, y'all. I hope you guys have a great night. Once again, thank you for the support. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me vent. And stay safe. And enjoy your 420. I'm going to go eat me some candies. Bye, y'all. Oh, and 1111. Make sure your attorney gets that too. And make sure he knows that when he sends me my shut the fuck up and desist, that he gets it to the right place. It's legal here. Bye, y'all.